on the edge of a cliff, realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven sent with me tonight. I run away. We'll never forget the past, but what counts is our brand new start. Even if it hurts me or I get scared, just come take this risk now. We'll be prepared. I run away. I run away. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Keep your secrets there, keep them everywhere. Just you and I run away. I run away.
Breathe you in like oxygen. Oh, in an otherwise suffocating world, I'm reaching out for arms, I'm drowning in the open-ended love we're making, girl. Exhale the past, inhale a future that lasts. Change my heart, change my mind. For the last time, wanna believe in the life I've led. I don't wanna leave another word unsaid. You know my heart will follow you in tomorrow. In tomorrow. Shared my evidence you once really cared. I'm reaching for a hand to pull me up, one open to an everlasting love. Exhale the past, inhale a future that lasts. Change my heart, change my mind. For the last time, wanna believe in the life I've led. I don't wanna leave another word unsaid. You know my heart will follow you in tomorrow.
vertigo. Touching the sky every time we glide on 75 off fashion. Whoa, so fashionable, so far from broke. Just letting you know that we get it and go. It's a Big Nick Energy Show. Live in the COLE dough. Summer's too hot and the winter's too cold. It's a real sweet spot. You stop and know, yeah, it's a Big Nick Energy Show. So big, I'ma write it in bold. It's a Big Nick Energy Show. It's a Big Nick Energy Show.
The Big Nick Energy Show, the podcast.
The lady got on my back and she started reminding me around, Corey. Gina, I know I sent you a picture, and I hope you thought that was absolutely funny. Hey, guys, it's Monday. Welcome to Monday's show. It's the Big Nick Energy Show, and if you're watching between 6 and 8 o'clock, guess what you're watching live? Corey, tell them.
You're watching the Big Nick Energy Show.
Live! We're doing it live every single Monday for the next 2 hours. You get to ride, Corey, or ride with us on the show.
I mean, that is
Sorry
an
about
option.
that.
That is an
Sorry
option.
about that.
It's,
Sorry about that.
You must be this tall to ride, though.
This show would not be what it is if it wasn't for the great team here at the Big Nick Energy. Unfortunately, they couldn't be with us today, but we do have Corey and the SS Gina in house.
What the hell?
Am I like a ship?
What?
A military ship? I'm a Navy.
No, it's SS, Southside.
Please tell me
You should say South Side though, because you say SS and it sounds like it's like that's what they name naval ships.
Please tell me you have a ship horn somewhere that's just going to go.
Please welcome aircraft carrier Gina.
I thought it was great. The SS Gina. It stands for Southside, guys. Jeez. Wow. You guys are rude.
And I am also petite. If you're watching,
Very petite.
I'm the most petite ship you'll ever.
She's a tight ship.
Hey, lollipop. She's a tight ship. Wait, is that the song?
No.
Oh,
no,
that sounded good. Sounded good to me. Oh, Jesus. Thanks for tuning in to this episode 16. Welcome to episode 16. Before we get started, got to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors. We got Nico at Muddy Rags. Check him out on Instagram under Muddy Rags. Nico over there doing some great things. A lot of pop-ups, a lot of events, 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 a lot. Besides the shirts we gave away. But check her out on Danielle Alonso's Personalized Creations on Facebook. Also, big shout out to Toledo DJs and ToledoPix.com, your professional one-stop wedding, what do you call that? What do you call it? Like one-stop shop. Wedding services, DJs, photo booths, photography, and videography. Toledo DJs and ToledoPix.com. Also, Natalie's Love at First Bite food trailer. Check them out on Facebook.
Home of the Big Nick Burger.
Yeah, home of the Big Nick Burger. Stop by, put a little Big Nick in your mouth.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
And Dora Flooring and Supply. Narrow store, wide selection, sexy staff.
There it is. There it is. Also, big shout out to Seth who made our intro song. Thanks, Seth.
Can't
Excellent.
not dance.
Thank
to
you.
that
What
song.
a guy. Such a good guy.
Big Nick Energy Show.
Stop it. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this right. We got street news with Crystal. Crystal, what's going on?
Hey, happy Monday.
Hey, happy Mother. Wait, she said Happy Mother's Day?
No, Monday.
Oh, I thought you said Happy Mother's Day. I'm like, oh, thanks. I didn't know I was a mother.
You've been called mother something.
Hey, don't start, Corey.
Yeah.
Crystal, he's crazy. Before the show, he was nonstop talking about you, and it kind of got rude, and I had to put him in his place.
Okay, the only thing I said was, oh, cool, she'll be here in a couple of weeks. That's awesome. But
I don't believe that at
It
all.
was his eyes, the way
just
he
saying.
looked at me when he said that, and he started taking off his socks. It got really weird. Got really weird. We got live news with Crystal every single Monday, first thing of the show. Crystal got some news she wants to share. What do you got for us today, Crystal?
All right. Well, I did come across this article that I think will help us older generations out.
Ugh.
Alexa just adapted to talk Gen Z, so they'll be able to tell us what this Gen Z slang means.
At least somebody can, because I have no idea what these kids are talking
Neither
about.
do they.
Oh, that's cap.
They don't know either.
I don't know
are
what that
making
means.
That's
it
cap?
all up.
What does that mean?
I think it means you're lying,
Yes.
but it does?
Cap
Okay.
is no cap is I'm not lying, or cap.
Cat means you're full of it.
And then like sus is like suspect, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like
Right.
somebody's being shady. That's the extent of my teen bro.
That's a lot of knowledge
Vernacular.
Corey has.
Yeah, there's some new stuff too that there's beta, which is like an alpha male who's like not as aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
Crystal, I know you had one that just graduated. How's the talk lingo in your home?
Now, she's 18, so I understand the things that she says. She's like sus or
The older
that's
stuff,
the main
right?
thing. But my nephew, who's 10, he's like Sigma this,
Yes.
Riz
Sigma?
that. I'm
Yes.
like, what?
Ohio Riz.
Yeah, Ohio Riz.
What?
I'm like, what are you
Sigma's
saying?
like cool, I think, and Riz is like
Charisma.
Charisma. The Ohio thing is cringe. So like Ohio, other states clearly, because if you're from Ohio, you don't feel this way. But you know how we did like the Florida man?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the lingo is Ohio is like cringe. So anything like, oh, that's so Ohio. It's so cringy. Like that's how they
Cringe.
I mean, I understand it. As an Ohioan, I'm a little insulted, but at the same time, as an Ohioan, I'm like, I get it.
Well, yeah, the
you
news
know?
is either Florida man or Ohio man.
Yeah.
Like it's one or the other.
one or the other
It's almost
every
like
time.
no other state actually exists,
Right.
Right.
In this United States here, because you don't really hear about like. I've never ever heard anything happening in Wyoming or
Right,
Idaho.
right.
Or,
That's because nobody really lives in
Mississippi.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Nothing happens in Mississippi.
Utah.
Why here?
I think
Yeah.
Wyoming's just it's not real.
Why here?
Oh, Wyoming is not real, 100%.
It's totally made up.
Ashlyn, who's 10, says cat means someone is lying.
Right.
Yeah.
Got
We just
it.
verified that from a 10-year-old.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
very
Ashlyn.
much.
Appreciate that.
Our official. She'd be a Gen A, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
she
10.
is.
So
She's
Gen
Gen
A.
A.
Jen A?
Yeah.
She's a Gen A.
Oh, from
Yeah, from Forrest Gump.
Forrest
Yeah,
Gump,
yeah.
Gen
That's what
A.
they're called
Oh,
Gen A's
hello,
now.
mate. Hello, mate.
I'm the one that's left to control you guys. Like I have to keep you guys keep the reins on you too.
That's why we hired you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that was your only position. And then add a little bit
When
to the
I'm
show.
the voice of reason, it's all
It's about to
done.
be a shit show is basically what it's going to be.
It's the end.
Yeah.
Bring it. Yes.
Hope you guys are buckling in and wearing a belt because it's about to get crazy. Yeah. Okay. All right, Crystal, what else you got for us?
All right. So also for all you smokers out there, marijuana smokers.
Oh.
Oh, well.
High
I got
amounts
judgy
of
for a
mode
minute.
high amounts of mode and yeast have been found in pre-rolls.
Of what?
High amounts of mold and yeast
Mold and yeast.
Found in
found in the pre-rolls.
The pre-rolls.
pre-rolls?
Yeah.
What?
Does that help
I
the
mean-
high or something? Like, why?
It's probably not that good for your lungs. 15 have been tested and only one passed inspection.
Only one
Oh.
passed inspection?
Yes, only one out of 15 pre-rolls.
Okay. Now, I'll be the first person to admit that I don't know a lot about the marijuana industry.
Yeah.
But I always thought that to roll one of these joints or pre-rolls, whatever you call it, you have to like lick them, right?
Well, no.
Like, is that what they?
No, the pre-rolls are like they're like little conical tubes, and they
Oh.
go into a filter, and then you just kind of pack them in there. There's no licking involved with those.
Oh.
If there's no licking, Corey's out, basically.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean,
I need the licking.
It kind of makes sense. It's not a super
Can't.
regulated industry yet, and you know, if the flour's not really dry, then there's going to be some moisture in there, which would, you know,
And people are probably trying to rush the process. So,
right,
yeah.
right. But I mean, I feel like maybe it contributes to the buzz, because we got to admit that weed today is way better than it was.
I wonder if there's a
back in
recall
the
because
day.
of it. Is there a recall? Does it say about it?
I want to know what they do with the recalled marijuana. Like, I
Hey, we
wanna
got
know
to take
where
them
it's at.
joints back, the
Yeah.
pre-rolls, because there's mold and yeast. There's yeast in my bread I just ate.
That's.
Yeah, but you're not
Right?
smoking your bread.
Not the same thing?
It's not like you're rolling up your bread and firing it up.
You don't know me, apparently.
I also
Don't
know for
me.
a fact that if you were like, hey, there's mold in your weed, no marijuana smoker out there is going to be like, oh, I guess I can't smoke
Right,
this.
guess I'm
They're
gonna
just going to
take-
be like, that explains that flavor.
Explain that flavor.
I feel like I would have never, I would have never not smoked.
Tastes
something.
like a
Somebody's like,
baguette.
is that mold? I'll be like, okay, the fire will kill it. So
Would you rip it off and still smoke it?
smoke the mold like by itself? Like just put it in my little
No,
bowl?
not like get rid of the mold. Not smoke the mold.
I definitely would have still smoked it.
She was about to smoke the mold.
Yeah.
She's still gonna smoke that joint. I can promise.
Hashtag voice of reason.
I mean, you guys did this to yourselves. I don't know what to say. I definitely would have still smoked it.
Yeah?
like you
With
can
the
tell
mold
me
or
right.
cut it off?
I mean, I don't think you can see it. Like
I don't know if anybody's...
if it's like actual mold growing.
Because if you're
on
already
it-
high, who's paying attention? Who's really looking at it?
good
Oh,
point.
that's
Yeah.
mold. That's yeast right there.
Yeah.
right?
When's the last time you seen yeast?
I don't know anyone who's ever inspected anything drug related ever. Anyway.
Right.
And then we got to
Right.
remember that anytime we inhale smoke, no matter what kind of smoke it is, it's not good for our lungs. So like
Right.
smoking weed is not good for your lungs.
But then if that mold gets in your lungs,
right,
I don't know if that
at
can be good.
why do you care? Heart disease and COPD are inevitable if you're inhaling smoke into your lungs. So who gives a shit at that point? Like
That's true. That's true. Corey don't
what
care.
is yeast
Yeah.
and mold gonna do?
Let's smoke up right now.
No,
Gina,
I'd rather
you
eat
got
it.
You
No,
got-
I would way rather do
Sorry, Corey.
edibles.
Sorry, Corey. Crystal, what else you got for us?
All right. So to end with that, if you are concerned about your pre-rolls, you can ask for the COA or testing results of the product when you pick it up if you want to be that person.
I've seen the people going into
Nobody's
these
doing that.
dispenser. What are the dispensaries?
Yeah.
They're not going to be asking for the
I can
EPA
promise
certification
you.
certificate.
They asked two questions: what strain is this, and what's the potency? Those are the
And
only.
where can I get
questions.
Girl Scout cookies?
Oh, that too.
That's top three
where's
questions.
The nearest?
Yeah.
Where's the nearest Taco Bell?
Exactly.
That's-
Exactly. What else you got for us,
And
Crystal?
we have a movie that came into theaters over the weekend, Deadpool and Wolverine.
I want to see that so
You know
bad.
what? I didn't think I'd want to
yeah.
see it, but the reviews right now are just absolutely amazing.
I've heard
so,
all
like,
good things.
do I
So-
want to see it though?
I
Sure. Why would you not?
It's
I'm not a big superhero like type
I'm
villain.
not at all. Have you seen Deadpool?
No.
Okay.
Wait, I take that back. I think I have.
So here's
but
the-
I don't remember it.
So let me explain that I just this weekend watched Deadpool for the first time. I watched it a few times like halfway through, but I have ADHD like severely.
Yeah.
And I don't watch movies a lot because my mind doesn't let me stay focused. So the other day I was like, well, a friend of mine was like, disowned me because I didn't watch them or whatever. So I was like, okay, fine, I watch them. So we did a marathon. I watched Deadpool and
Yeah.
Deadpool 2.
Oh, back to back.
Yes, we did back to back. They're very good.
Yeah.
And I laughed the whole time. Like it's
Yes.
not like regular superhero stuff.
No,
You got to
far from.
watch it. You'll laugh like the whole time.
Good time.
It's basically Ryan Reynolds being a jackass with ad libs and insults the entire movie.
so
Right.
5 stars. Would you say go see it?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't
Yeah?
even seen it yet, but I'm absolutely going to see
I mean,
it.
Okay.
I haven't
The
seen
first-
Deadpool Wolverine yet, but
How many Deadpools are there?
Based on Dead,
Okay.
there's 2, I thought.
There's 2 out right now, and the third one.
Oh,
just
this
came
is
out.
the third one.
Oh,
right.
okay, okay.
Based on the 2 I've seen, like I would give them 4 or 5 stars. They're great. They made me
Okay.
laugh. I mean, they're.
Easily.
I think
yeah.
I seen one of them with my coworker, but I don't remember. I
I mean, it's a little bit raunchy humor, but I mean, it makes me laugh.
I'm willing to give it a chance.
Yeah, definitely do that. And then what we should do is then we'll watch Deadpool Wolverine and give our opinions. But you got to watch Deadpool first.
So watch
Yeah.
the first one. I think I seen that one in theater. I'm almost positive. So I'll rewatch it again just to be caught up, and then we could talk about it. Crystal,
Yeah,
I know
my
it came
daughter-
out, but did you go see it?
Well, my daughter and her friend went yesterday and saw it, and she said the whole theater clapped at the end. She
Oh,
said
nice.
It was
Oh.
amazing.
Yeah, I seen Layla just commented in the show. She said it was good. She seen it yesterday. She said it's absolutely amazing.
The whole theater was
the whole
nothing
theater
but white
just
people.
Yeah, I can promise you.
That's a white people thing for sure.
And they stayed till the credits are over.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I got up once, and my buddy's like, "Sit down. What are you doing?" I'm
No,
like, "It's
no,
over."
The
to-
Avengers and things like that.
It's
You
over.
absolutely have to.
No, to be fair, Deadpool, the first one and the second one, after during
Yeah.
the credits,
Yeah.
there's more.
Okay.
Like there's like little clips in there.
You got to watch
that
it.
kind of-
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
And honestly, the clips and the final credit clips, they don't add anything to the story. But if you don't watch it, then someone's going to bring it up, and you're not going to.
So isn't it mostly
And they're
based
funny.
towards the next story? Is that what the end is?
Sometimes it's just a comment about the movie that you just saw.
Okay.
Sometimes has no reference whatsoever.
it may answer a question that was asked during the movie.
Correct,
Like,
yeah.
that's why they did that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Crystal, what else you got for us?
I feel like it's been a while too since a good movie actually has came out, so I'm excited to see this.
Telling you what, Twister, if you need a date night, Crystal, Twister just came out like 2 weeks ago. Amazing movie. I didn't think it was going to be cool. Seen it with my brother. I thought it was a great movie.
I
I thought it was a great movie.
I want to see Twister, but they have these theaters called 4D theaters.
That'd be sweet.
They like
There's
move around
one in California, LA, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
There's only one around here.
I'm
So
looking for one around here.
I
but-
did one of those in Legoland when my kids were little. We went to Legoland in Chicago, and I have like this thing with spit. Like spit just grosses me out terribly, like super bad. And so we were in this like 4D theater, and there's this part where the dragon's like roar, and they like splash the crowd with water, like it's supposed to be spit from the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of my kids laugh so hard still at this. The rest of the time, I just sat there gagging. Even though like I know.
So in
it's
your mind,
water.
a part of you thought it was.
Yes.
Oh.
Like I knew it was water logically, but I could not help it the whole
I can just see you with like a
time.
disgusted face, just like, ugh.
Yeah, the whole time. But
spit
no,
on
it was
me.
like actual full body gagging.
Her face is always a disgusting face, to be fair, though. So
Oh, wrong button. I meant
Thank you.
wrong button.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
It's all the mold and yeast from the weed.
yeah,
It's all the mold and yeast from the weed.
those actually were the upgrades.
Is that pumpernickel bread with yeast?
Again, that's not how that works.
I don't know. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What just happened?
Yeast. You know what they use for make bread?
Yes. Yes, but I don't understand the pumpernickel.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Do you know what pumpernickel is?
Isn't it bread?
I'm assuming.
It's good bread.
I've never had pumpernickel.
Wait,
or
opposed to
actually know
bad
what it
bread?
is.
So back in the day, they'd have like the pumpernickel bread round,
Yeah.
and then they take the middle out like by pieces, and you put the dip right in the middle.
Oh
of the
yeah.
pump-
Okay.
and
Yeah, I
then
know
you
what it
just
is. It's a dip
do
bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pumpernickel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
The kind
good.
of okay. The it was like the dip was like green and white.
Yeah, and it's like with spinach in
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
and then the bread was
Artichoke
like
dip.
dark brown.
Yeah.
Or whatever in there. Cheese.
Yeah.
Why don't they make like sandwiches out of that bread?
That's
delicious.
gross. That's not good.
No, they do.
It's
make
Not
it
with
for- they do
the
make
not with the
sandwiches,
dip,
I
just
think.
the
bread
yeah, the
itself.
bread itself.
I would eat a
Slice
sandwich,
it
a
up.
turkey sandwich
Yeah.
with pumpernickel.
Yeah. Crystal, what else you got for us?
All right, to end, I just want to let everybody know that Ohio tax-free weekend starts tomorrow.
Yes.
And they
What?
actually extended it to August 8th, so go get your shop on.
What is it limited to? Anybody know?
Anything under $500.
Ah,
There's
damn it.
a whole long list.
There goes my casket out of my Amazon cart. That's $1,500.
Right.
Damn it.
There goes my car and house. that
Right,
I couldn't
right.
afford to buy anyway.
What about gas?
No.
You don't-
I'm going to tell you something here in a
Because
minute.
most of the money
don't-
is most of the gas prices is taxes. Like if you ever read the pump,
Are those taxes or tariffs though?
I mean it says taxes. I didn't.
I don't know the
I didn't
difference.
call our person and like or county whatever auditor and be like, hey, is it taxes or tariffs?
Well, I guess with that said,
That's a Tarot card.
how much of a pain in the ass is it for these local retailers who have to now readjust their entire register to not include taxes, only
Right.
to add it back in after this weekend?
I
Right.
feel like it's probably fairly simple with the POS systems.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably just
Probably.
tax free.
I think I'm just lazy.
All right, Crystal, I know you have to go. It's 2 minutes till, so thank you.
Bye, Crystal.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Talk to you next week. Yeah, tarot card, or those are tarot cards.
Yeah.
That was the face.
Yeah,
that
not
I-
tarot.
Oh.
Tarot.
Tarot.
That was tariff.
Tarot cards.
That was terrible. My bad.
Does anybody?
My bad.
Speaking of that, is there anything that like people pronounce stuff wrong? Sometimes it just irks me so bad.
Like what?
Like
Give me an example
Like-
of something.
so, Dubs does it on purpose.
Okay.
So he'll say things like "learned,"
Oh, one of them guys.
and then
That
I know,
would annoy the hell out of me.
but he does it on purpose, and then he
Mm-hmm.
said, but he grew up in Brooklyn, so they do say things differently in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So they say pecan instead of pecan.
I get that one. I get
It
that
just
one.
irritates me. He pronounces the L in salmon, which almost was a deal breaker
Oh,
when we first
salmon?
started dating. Yes.
Salelaman.
Salmon. Hello, mate.
He
I'll
says-
take some salmon, mate.
He says salsa instead of salsa, which makes me insane. And then I know a lady that used to, instead of saying vomit, she'd say vomic, like with a K, vomic.
Vomit.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Or Walmart's with an S.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I joke around and say things like that. Walmart's and Myers and
RJ.
yeah, the Google.
Honestly,
BJ's.
I
S.
I
Corey, I'm going to use that in a sentence. Corey gets BJ's on the weekend.
oh, I wish that was a true statement. That's cap. So, yeah. But I will say, I will say that like accent differences in what you say and everything. Like accents annoy me to begin with, but if it's just an accent thing, it
But you
doesn't
have
bother
one
me.
to other people.
Oh, yeah. But I don't. They're just like, oh, you sound very bland.
We're very Midwestern. We have a Midwestern
Yeah,
accent.
I agree. But accents and like what you were saying, like with Dubs, where he's like saying pecan instead of pecan and things like that.
Yeah.
I kind of attribute it to accents and like where you're from. But when you are like learned and things like that, that would
They
annoy
add that extra ed.
me.
That's annoying.
The word that bothers me the most is irregardless, because it's not a word.
It is now, though.
Irregardless?
It is a word.
Irregardless.
They put it in the dictionary, Corey. They made it official.
If it's official, you can't say that.
And
Corey.
that bothers me because these people who don't know how to talk have bullied their way into Webster's dictionary, and it's not fair.
But don't you think we have, if people are using it on a regular basis, we do need to have some, what does it mean?
We need to just point out that they're idiots, so when they go to look up the word, it's not there, and then they are forced to
So
change
what
they're
word
saying.
would describe that shirt you're wearing today? Because that's really... That's,
What is it? I can't
I'm
see.
sorry, no. Before you
There's
say,
too many
go ahead and talk-
rolls and
that's
things.
really-
I
Go ahead
can't
and talk
see
about
it.
my shirt. Go
I
ahead.
don't like it.
Go ahead.
I don't
No?
like it.
You don't like my shirt?
Big Worms ice cream? What are you, homeless?
Oh, you don't know what that is?
Thank
What
you,
is
Gina. Thank you, Gina.
Are you
Is that from
serious?
Friday?
Yes, it is, baby.
What?
You have to get the reference.
I get the reference, but just get the right
1995.
size is what I'm talking about.
They don't make them in his
What, they just
size.
make
you
they just
bully.
made a medium
They
in the
don't-
ice cream store?
They don't make them in circus tent. What is wrong with you?
I'm going to let you guys know right now.
He needs a moo that says Big Worms ice cream.
That's like a small / medium. and
Only
this is
on
now-
him.
Ice cream! It's screaming the word.
When Crystal comes in studio,
Yes.
I'm doing that entire episode
Yes.
completely shirtless.
He
just
looks
so
like
you
Please don't.
he looks
Please
like
don't.
he's
It's happening.
craving.
We can't.
Big
There's
Worms.
regulations to YouTube, and we can get fined.
No, it's happening.
We can get
It's happening.
fined.
It's happening. I'll pay the fine.
I mean, your titties are kind of big.
Hey!
Thank you.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
Kristen put a word that she said she can't say right. ACAI?
Acid?
No,
like I
that's
can't
the
say right.
Akia, the
Oh, yeah.
like the fruit.
That's a...
It's like a
What?
Yeah, like a health food.
Aki?
I think it's Akai. I don't know. Either,
I've never
Crystal.
heard of that in my
I don't
life.
know how to
Dubs-
pronounce any
he-
fruit, really.
Also, in,
Right.
Yeah.
in New York, they say gyro instead of gyro.
That's annoying.
And even the people like the Middle Eastern people, Lebanese people that are selling them, they will say
Euro.
They say
Euro.
no, they say gyro in New York.
What?
Yes, they
It's
do.
Euro.
I mean,
I don't know
Right.
how it's pronounced, and every time I pronounce it, I always pronounce it differently, I feel like. Because all I want is that, like, I don't know, weird bread taco. Give me the bread
Yes,
taco.
bread
That's
taco.
all I care
Boom,
about.
with
and
some
boom, we're
lamb.
good.
it's just pita
With
bread.
some
What do
lamb.
you mean that weird bread
Okay.
taco?
I didn't know. I don't. What is a pita?
I mean, it's the
It's like that little flat-
Is it leaven bread? The ones that doesn't the bread that doesn't rise.
Like
Flat
leave-in
bread.
conditioner?
Flat bread, but
flat bread.
thicker.
Like leave-in conditioner?
No, it's flat bread or pocket
It's
bread.
better than that.
So you can cut off the top and it's like a pocket on the inside, like an air bubble.
If you guys are just tuning in, we're live every single Monday from 6 to 8 o'clock. And if you didn't tune in last week, Gina is our third resident of the show. So she's here every single weekend rubbing Corey's legs and feet.
Definitely
I
not.
promise you,
During the
I will
show.
sit like this so you can see. I
You
would
don't
not
even have
touch
to. There's
either of
no
those
way.
things.
So
in
fun
hell
fact,
I'd
a
let
fun
her
fact
do
about
it.
the show is we are wearing nothing from the waist down, all of us, just shirts.
That's why it
Yes.
smells like cheese. in
Corey,
here,
Where'd it go?
Give your stop touching me there. Stop touching me
Well,
there.
my hands are here, and I'm still touching you. so.
Gina, take your head back. Oh, never mind. That's my hand. That's my hand. I was touching my own self. Sorry about that.
We'll have to just randomly yell hand check.
So hand check.
Everybody's
hand
got to
check,
put their hands up.
Hand check. Stop. Gina, you got five random facts for us today? I heard. That's what I got an email today from Google,
Yes.
and they said Gina had 5 facts for us today.
Straight from Google?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm famous.
I know the Google rep.
So, you guys know who the Philly Fanatic is, right? The character.
Yeah, like the Philly goofball.
Yeah,
and
Philly
he's, like,
Goofball.
crazy. So, did
Yeah.
you know that the same lady that created the Philly Fanatic also created Miss Piggy?
Oh.
And so her name's Bonnie
I
Erickson.
thought Jim Henson
No.
made Miss
I mean,
Piggy.
he
so
is go
Jim
ahead.
Henson's a creator of the Muppets, but they have different designers. So she
Oh,
actually
okay.
ended up
Okay.
because she did make mascots, and she ended up working for Jim Henson, and this is where Miss Piggy comes in. But I thought
Makes
that was
sense.
kind of cool.
That is
Yeah.
kind of cool.
They both made that.
Are these all Muppet related facts, or can I add another Muppet related fact in here for you?
I mean, you can piggyback.
Oh,
sure.
did you
can always
date
piggyback.
Miss Piggy?
I've dated some piggies. But
Stop it.
None
Corey.
of them. The only misses I've ever dated were mistakes. But
Oh,
anyway,
Corey.
That was actually amazing. Don't buzz that.
speaking about The Muppets.
Yeah.
The voice of Elmo is the exact same
Stop
voice.
it.
What?
You're not gonna
What's his
do
fix
it,
on
are you?
Elmo?
Oh my god,
Please
that
don't.
was awesome. I was just gonna
I
say.
love Elmo
Hold
too,
on,
but you
hold on.
ruined
Okay,
it.
let's get it out of him.
Do you guys remember the TV show The Dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yes, the
Not the
voice
mama.
of the baby
Yeah.
is the same voice of Elmo.
Really? Let's
Yeah.
hear your
No,
rendition.
why would you do this
of Elmo.
to them?
Elmo has to go to the party. Oh, Elmo loves you. Hi.
That's it. That's all you're getting.
That wasn't that bad.
No,
SS
not
Gina.
it, when he was doing it earlier. It was really bad.
It wasn't that bad.
I don't know.
What do you guys think? Also, we're taking your questions. If you want to know more about the team here on the Big Nick Energy Show, ask a question. If you guys want to know something personally about us,
AMA? Ask me anything.
ask me anything. You can ask us anything. Nothing is off the books.
It doesn't
Corey,
mean we're gonna answer. it.
Corey, we
just
have
saying.
to. That's the rules of the game. Is we
Ooh,
have
no,
to
I don't
answer.
know. No, like I can plead the fifth. Like if it's gonna get me
You plead the
arrested,
fifth.
I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, you're not going to jail.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys can ask the question. Just type it in the side, and we're going to go ahead and read that and answer it live on there. Just random. It doesn't even have to be about what we're talking about.
Can I give an answer out to a question they're going to ask?
No.
About me?
Sure.
Syphilis. All right,
Corey,
what's the next
why?
topic?
Why?
What's
Why
the-
did I do? Why I gave him the benefit of the doubt, Gina.
I know. Immediately I turned to Nick. Like, what did you do?
Alex on the text has said, "What do you guys do for fun?" Good question.
Oh, don't ask Corey that.
What do you do for fun?
Yeah, what do you do, Gina?
What do I do for fun?
SS Gina.
SS Gina.
SS Gina.
Carry around aircraft.
I gave her
in
the SS
ocean?
for
Duh.
Southside Gina, but Corey thought it was for the ship.
Clearly, it is for the ship.
Stop it.
I let aircraft land on my back. What else?
Hey.
Gosh.
Hey.
4747
what do I do?
Hey. All right.
I
Stop.
I mean,
Stop.
there's the typical like spend time with my family and all that. Like I do love hanging out with my kids, but I like reading.
Okay.
I'm currently smut is my thing. I didn't know it was my thing. My
I didn't know
friend
you
rec-
read. See, that's cool. That's a fun fact.
What did you think I did?
I didn't-
I
reading-
did graduate from high school.
I mean, we know you know
Hey,
how
wait a
to
minute.
read, but
Right.
it doesn't mean that you
Yeah.
actually read.
So
Like,
Right.
I don't read.
That's what I'm saying.
I have
I eat
been,
salads.
dipping my toe in the waters of literature.
Can we say that? I almost feel like that's
Why
worse
can't
than
we?
anything I've ever said.
Why can't
them.
What did you call it?
literature?
Can you buy that?
Smut.
Amazon.
It's like
Order me a
porn in
literature.
reading form.
I'm going to go to the library
That's so
and be
funny.
like, hey, where's your literature
They have like a
section?
sign that
You'd be
says
like, "Down here, sir."
literature. I don't know what it's called. Like what the smut is what we call it unofficially. But literature is a fun
I
name.
think it's erotic literature.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh,
Erotic?
like
erotic.
adult.
Yeah.
It's very very adult.
Sensual.
like X-rated stuff.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
but it's fun, and so
Okay.
I've been
A
reading
lot of breathing on the
that.
napes of backs and necks.
But there's a lot of tropes that I'm learning. So like they have like different things. Like there's like mafia, and then there's
Yeah.
like there's different. There's like fantasy one where there's like monsters. That is not my jam. It's weird stuff
Okay.
going on in that one. But I mean, I'm not judging. For me, it's just too much for
Yeah,
me.
okay.
So there's all these different tropes, but you got to check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a question about your literature, if you will, and I'd never ever want to ask you anything about
God.
your literature ever. But has it increased your personal sex life?
Yes.
Like
So you
Yeah.
read it, gain
On
the
a-
knowledge, and you take it into the
No,
kitchen.
I don't need any knowledge. I got that down with a lot of practice.
Oh,
But
damn. Confidence.
it does it does increase your drive, like for sure. I mean, I don't
I
know.
got a
I don't know
CDL.
how it would work for guys, but for women, yes, it definitely increases your drive for
Nice.
sure.
right.
Court, what do you do for fun?
stand-up comedy. It is the most
Something you're
fun-
good at, though.
Having kids.
I'm leaving.
That's the other thing.
Hey.
It's, when you have as many kids as I do, you really don't have time for two things: laughter and.
All right, so do comedy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do comedy stuff. I love.
So if you
I
didn't
love-
get paid for it, okay, say you
Stand
didn't
up.
get paid for it,
yeah,
would you still do it?
have you? Ooh.
Like nothing. You
Yeah.
didn't get paid at all.
I already knew where that brain went.
Yes,
But
I
he did
absolutely
used
would.
to not. I mean, you have to start somewhere. And
Right,
you do a
right,
lot of
right.
in the
Makes-
beginning.
yeah,
It's
you gotta
a
start
lot
somewhere.
of not getting paid.
Yeah, donate
it's-
your time.
It's a lot of driving several hours to stand in front of 6 people to tell 5 minutes worth of jokes, and then driving back. And
For
getting
free
nothing,
nachos.
or a beer ticket that you don't drink because
Right.
you're driving or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is free until it doesn't have to be, and then you can be more selective. And that's where I'm at right now in my career. Is if I don't want to do a show, if something seems a little too far, just doesn't make sense money wise, I'm not going to do it. I do still do pro bono shows every now and then, but it has to make sense for me, and I have to have some kind of connection to it. But I have no problems working for free.
Nice.
And at the same time, I love laughing and making people laugh. It
Same.
is the most
Isn't that the best
fun-
feeling?
Absolutely. It is
Like
the
when you
most
came to
fun
camp,
ever.
we were just laughing, having a good time.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Absolutely.
When did
was
you
great.
figure out though that it felt good? Like, what was that moment? Because everybody's got a moment that they figured out. Like
Like this is it.
Yeah, where like
This is
people are
it.
like, I like being funny because for me, but firstly, I do have to say, I think fat and funny go hand in hand. Not because fat people are funny, but because
Thank you.
Not because
I mean,
it's
thank
funny
you.
to be fat, but
Thank
because it is. I do believe it is a like self-preservation. Like it's a
Yeah.
self-defense mechanism. So fat people become funny because that's what that's kind of the way to get in or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and you're not wrong. And I think that the moment that I knew I wanted to make people laugh was when I was a kid. My mom and sister would laugh all the time, and I just wanted to get that laughter. And I remember I had told this really dumb joke about the Olympics, and my mom laughed. And it was the first genuine laugh I ever actually heard out of my mom.
Like a real giggle.
Yeah,
but
like belly.
like that I caused, and I was like, I need that.
Need
back.
more of that in
And
my life.
that's pretty much what I've been doing ever since.
Yeah, and I think for me, I was in a Girl Scout little play.
Yeah.
And it was Snow White, and they had an apple, so Snow White takes
Did
a
you
bite
play
out
all
of the
seven
apple,
dwarfs?
And she
Stop,
falls.
Corey.
Why
Let
does
her
she
tell
play?
her story.
I just want to know who she played.
She
And
wasn't
the-
one of the dwarfs.
And the apple falls out. Like she like falls asleep. The apple falls out of her hand, and I was one of the dwarves, and I picked
You
up the
ate it.
apple.
Were you Chunky Dwarf?
No,
Is that
the eighth dwarf.
the eighth
Chunky's
dwarf?
not a
That,
dwarf.
that wasn't
Corey.
really a dwarf. It was just a fat person that found their way in.
She was a stunt butt.
They adopted me. So I picked up the apple and I looked at it. I was like, well, it says made in Taiwan. No wonder why she passed out or something like that. And it was like an ad lib. And I was like probably like 8, 9.
Yeah.
Like, I was pretty young. And they all started laughing. Like all the parents were in the audience and everybody started laughing. And that was when I was like, holy shit, that was the most amazing thing I've ever done in my life.
That's so funny.
And so after that, it was like a goal. I always wanted to make people laugh.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's
Gina, someone said, what's your top 3 books so far since you're a reader? That's one of your fun facts.
Okay, so like of all time or smut?
Like right now, just right now.
Okay, so
Like,
right now,
pick
I
3.
haven't read a ton of them.
Okay.
So I probably only read like maybe 5 total, but there's a series, it's like a dark mafia series.
Okay.
So it's like really intense, dark bad boys. And I think my favorite one, there's a series, her name is Sadie something. I can't remember her, that is the author, but it's called Dante is the first book. It's a little bit, what do you call when Beauty and the Beast, where they, no, not, what is
bestiality.
No, where
Stockholm.
Stockholmy. Yeah, it's a little Stockholmy, the first book. But so again, like I said, tropes. So there's other books involved, and one is like this super like dom. One of the brothers is super into dom and stuff like that, and submissive. But the one book that's been my favorite is Joey, and that's the sister.
Okay.
In this family. So I would say that one so far. I just started one, and I can't tell you if I'm going to love it or not, but these brothers own a sex club.
I can see where her books are going.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
there's some stuff in there.
There's
that
going to be
is
some
like-
humping.
No wonder
a lot
she's got
of,
a
there's
kid.
a lot of
yeah,
humping.
it's
in this books.
a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
So I really don't know. Like, I haven't read enough of them to give you actual favorites. I would say that series, that Dante series,
Yeah.
so far, and then I had to read some short ones because sometimes you just got to get to the point. Sometimes I ain't got time to read a whole storyline. Like we didn't got time
That's
for
6
novels,
minutes.
so I got to hurry up and read this. But my all-time favorite book though is Watchers.
Okay.
So Dean Koontz, that's my
That's
very
your
favorite.
third?
Dude,
Yeah.
the guy from Superman,
What?
Dean Koontz,
That's an author.
It's an author.
isn't? Oh,
It's an author.
who's
Corey.
Superman?
What?
Is that Dean Kane? My bad.
Oh my god.
Same
Dean
page.
Kane.
Jeez.
Dean Kane.
Someone said, what's the weirdest food we ever ate? Ooh. I don't know if I got one for that.
Weirdest food.
So like I date white girls, and
We know.
they introduced me to something called butternut squash.
Good?
And yeah, but here's the thing: like the first time I tried it, I thought it was mango, and so like I stabbed it thinking it was mango, but it wasn't mango. It's like really really hard when it's not cooked, And now it'd be the weirdest thing.
How do you
that
mistake a mango
That
and
is
butternut squash?
They
don't
look alike.
No, they don't.
That is weird.
Google them.
What do you? It was in my fridge. I know what
So
it looks
weird.
like. It looked like mango, like cut up mango.
I guess I don't know what weird. Like what do they qualify as weird?
Kale.
Right.
Kale's kind of weird.
No one eats kale.
Nick is definitely going to say salad. I
Salad.
already know.
Salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like salad, actually.
I mean,
Cold salad?
I think-
Love it.
anything raw is weird to me. Like I've eaten raw sushi. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, anything
you gotta have
raw.
you gotta have a
Deep fryer.
deep fryer for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what? Sushi?
Yeah, I think so.
No, you know what at Kroger has really good sushi. Weirdly
Kroger
enough,
has amazing sushi.
California
so
roll
good.
I don't
all
think
day.
but
anyone
their
out there
Buckeye roll,
does.
the Buckeye roll is my favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever eaten anything like that. I would classify as weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had anything.
I mean, I've eaten. Like I've had like raccoon and things like that.
No,
like roadkill
I
things.
haven't done that. I
Oh,
haven't even
yeah.
ventured out that far.
Yeah. In fact, Scarlett the other day had a cow liver. So
Oh,
yeah.
cow tongue. I've eaten cow tongue.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty weird.
Same.
It tastes like
Oh.
bologna when you it was grilled. Tastes like bologna.
I mean,
I'm sure there's what bologna has cow tongue in it.
oh,
That's
testicles.
gross.
I've
It's a
eaten.
muscle.
I've eaten like bull testicles
That's weird.
at like the testicle festival.
Where are you going?
in,
What are you doing with your
Blissfield.
spare time?
Wyoming.
When you date a lot of white girls, you got to do a lot of weird shit.
I'm
so
white.
That's,
I don't understand this mentality at all.
you ever taken doves to the Amish country or anything like that?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
See, that's the weird shit white people do.
But that's because there's donuts there. I feel like that's not fair. They have cheese
Some
and
Amish donuts.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it's these little small towns that are kind of out in the middle of nowhere that gotta have like really weird festivals.
Talking
and
about
stuff.
weirdest foods we've ever eaten.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything weirder.
Gina, these random facts. What else you got for us?
Oh, wait, you can't do that. I gotta look and read.
That was your warm up.
Oh, I know. Donkey Kong was originally, everybody know the game Donkey
yeah,
Kong.
old school.
It was supposed to be Popeye,
Oh,
but the licensure didn't go through. So they ended up designing like all new characters. So Donkey Kong was actually supposed to be Popeye, probably
But they
eating
threw in
spinach
the
and
gorilla.
something. Yeah, but they made Popeye into a gorilla.
If we didn't have
crazy.
Donkey Kong, we would never have Mario.
true.
Yeah, because the Mario was in the original Donkey Kong. It was his very first video game.
So Mario before Mario was part of Donkey Kong.
yeah, and his name was Jumpman back
Oh,
then.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I love piggybacking off of your facts. Sorry.
I'm
That's
okay
great.
with that. So the
I have my own little
candy
Nintendo
fact.
guy.
Who is that?
That's my little Nintendo guy.
That's a guy. That's a person?
Yeah, my Nintendo guy.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed
You
to
know,
be like
I've-
the 8-bit square.
Okay.
It's so
Is
they
it-
only got
But
6
it's
out
me.
of the
It's got like the
8
black
bits on there.
Is
hat.
it
It's
a
my
cover up?
Nintendo guy. No, it's my Nintendo guy.
That's
Corey.
you as a Nintendo guy.
Corey,
Okay.
you can't be mean about somebody's tattoo.
It's 8-bit. It's
Actually, I like
8-bit
it.
though. It's
I can't
8-bit.
even lie.
Like the original Nintendo bit.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Yeah.
16-bit.
So candy fact.
Yeah.
Three Musketeers is my favorite candy bar. So anybody else favorite candy bar?
Crunch bars.
Oh, those are good.
Caramello.
Okay,
Ooh,
yeah, those
I
are
haven't
good.
had that in
too.
a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So the Three Musketeers, when they were first released in 1932, so
Yeah.
right around the year Corey was born, and the original packages had 3 little candy bars in them, and one was chocolate, one was strawberry, and one was vanilla. Hence,
It was in a 3-pack?
yes.
Ah.
So it was like the Neapolitan, hence Three Musketeers. And they just never changed their name after they let it become one candy bar.
I can only imagine that those other 2 flavors were just god awful. Could you imagine a candy bar just of strawberry?
I think it sounds good. I want to try it.
I can't wrap my mind around
I
it.
think they
It just
should.
doesn't
I think
sound-
they should.
Especially warm.
They should do like a limited edition.
Yeah.
Like a limited edition throwback to the original Three Musketeers because I really want to try it.
I'm going to do it because I'm fat, but I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be good.
I
You
don't
know
think
what
it's
else
gonna
I
last.
want? I want the Cadbury eggs in candy bar form. Like
Caramello.
yeah, but they don't have the white part in it. That's just they're missing the white part.
Oh, that little fake yolk.
Those were good.
I want to know who thought that a chocolate egg was a good idea for like children for Easter. Like it's just all pure sugar in the middle.
That's what all candy is.
I don't know.
It's all
I
pure
watched a
sugar.
documentary on the Cadbury egg because they're made not in the United States.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So I spent like $30 that night buying Cadbury eggs, and they're not that good.
What?
They are.
Get
didn't
out
like
of
it.
here.
I
They're
didn't like
good.
it.
They're
It's just
so good.
I can eat like one a year.
It's
That
just
was it. I had
the
2
only
and I
thing
threw
is,
the rest away.
You can't eat a Cadbury egg non-suggestively. Like, there's no way.
There's no casual way to eat it.
No, you gotta like bite it, and then
First you gotta get
and then
that
you gotta lick it.
aluminum
and it looks a
foil
little-
off of it.
It looks a little like it looks a little seductive when you're
Yeah,
licking
you
the
gotta
stuff out.
remove the condom first. and
Hey.
then- what? That's what it is. It's a protection.
Hey.
When you say Cadbury eggs, you talking about the little bitty ones? You talking about the
I'm
ones
talking
that are
about the big
actual egg
one.
size?
The big
Okay.
one. Yeah. Actual egg size.
You took 2 of them at the same time?
Not like, I mean, I had 1 ate and then ate the next, and I'm like, I'm good for 5 years.
Okay, I can't eat more than 1 in a year. And you okay?
Yeah, I don't eat
Because
them
I
very
spent
often.
$30 on Amazon for them.
Okay.
Just because they're not from here. You watch the document. I watch a lot of documentaries on
They
food.
do have them here.
I know, but I want
Dollar
I don't,
General.
I didn't want to get up, so I'd rather
So you'd
come
wait
next
2
day.
days for
Yeah,
them?
because I didn't know who would have them. Like dollar store have them. I don't want to go searching.
Yeah, because it's not like they have them all the time. They are
Right,
seasonal.
that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
didn't want to
gotcha.
chance that.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, you had to throw that out there. Like it wasn't that season for them.
Right.
So
Yes.
E.T. has
Love E.T.
Me too, but he has a name. No, not
the hell's
Entertainment
that?
Tonight.
The theme song for
It's
ET?
not Entertainment Tonight.
That's not what
That's not
Extra,
Pay attention.
extraterrestrial.
You're extra.
E.T. E.T. Phone Home. I am extra.
Elliot.
That is so true.
Yeah, Elliot.
So his name was going to be revealed in the sequel, but they never made the sequel.
Yeah.
So his name is Zrek. Zrek. That's his name.
What?
He has a name.
Zrek?
Yes, and so
I thought that was one of the greatest movies growing up. That was like the first alien movie for us kids who were born in the 90s, and it was terrifying.
and we thought he was so cute, and he looks like a penis.
E.T. came out in 1984.
yeah.
I think a lot of things
What
look
are you talking
phallac-y.
about kids in the 80s? Or 80s.
Yeah,
Okay,
because I was
80s,
growing in the 80s.
kid.
By the
Got
time
it.
I was old enough to
My
watch
bad.
it, like it was part of our era.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And how many facts am I on? I don't even know.
I don't even know, but why haven't they made E.T. 2?
When you knock it out the park the first time, it's hard to find the ball.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, I would say it would have never
Yeah.
lived up.
I would have
never.
I would have loved it because
I wouldn't mind-
Elliot is in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
I wouldn't mind seeing E.T. like made now.
That'd be sweet.
Like, and not a remake, but like an actual sequel. Like E.T. comes back to like destroy Earth or something.
What?
That'd be kind of
Oh,
cool.
he comes
E.T.
back.
was friendly. And
He-
finds
here's the
Elliot,
storyline.
maybe.
Okay,
Here's
y'all-
the storyline.
y'all
All right, no, I
think
want to
you
hear
were
Nick's
Hold on.
story.
Here's the storyline. You listening? E.T. comes back, finds Elliot because E.T. has a family now. And one of E.T.'s kids, when they came to visit Earth again, they took him. The scientist caught his kid. So E.T. needs Elliot to help get the kid back.
No, I love this.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you pitching this live?
That's
Can
what
you
I'm
go
saying.
delete that?
That's
Sell
what I'm
that.
saying.
Let's write it and sell it.
That's what I'm saying.
It took him almost 2 hours to say E.T. phone home. You think he's learned and mastered the entire English language to explain that his kid
He
has been
doesn't have
kidnapped?
to.
Doesn't have to.
He can communicate with Elliot. They'll figure it out.
He can communicate with his mind. Elliot understands him.
Okay, there's so many loopholes. I want to see the movie be
That's
made.
because he gave you a 2-sentence summary of the movie, and he's like loopholes.
Yeah,
It was 2
right.
sentences.
All right.
God.
Tell you what, you go ahead and write it. I'll pitch it to
Already
Steven
did.
Spielberg, and we'll see what happens.
Already did.
Don't
Nobody
write
called me
it
back.
and let him pitch it because
He's gonna ruin it.
He's gonna take all the
Especially
money.
with that
and
shirt,
go.
big worms.
I like the shirt.
Someone's a
I do
fisherman.
not have your back on that.
Yeah.
Someone's a fisherman.
The fun part about this shirt is that right before here, I
Yeah.
was actually helping a elderly. Well, she ain't even really elder. Well, she was old, but I was helping an elderly lady walk into a store because she just physically could not. And the cashier complimented my shirt because she's from South Central LA and she understood the shirt right away.
So let me get this right. Before you got here, you were giving back to the community by opening the doors for elderly people who could not.
Dude, I carried her.
While you were doing that, the cashier happened to be from the same city as your big worms
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that happened.
I was at the organic food store buying this beet juice.
Oh,
That cost like
Monette's?
$7. No, it's on Secor. I don't know
That's
what
Monette's.
it's called. Right by Rite Aid, but the health food store right there.
Monette's.
Again,
Monette's.
not Monette's.
Oh, the one across the
No,
street.
there's
Yeah,
there's
Monette
a
sells
smaller
fruit.
one.
Oh,
there's a little
is there?
small health food.
Yeah, I don't know where
store
health food stores
right
are around
on
here. So
Secor in it's right over by
Sylvania?
that club by Secor in Sylvania.
Yeah.
Little tiny and it's like always voted best in Toledo.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's named after that lady.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
think
got
of
a-
it.
it's got a
Jenny or
girl's
something?
name.
I don't know what
I
it is,
can't
but
think of it.
I was just there
Good
and
spot,
she was having trouble.
Did
but,
she laugh when you walked in?
Like,
What are you doing here?
We don't sell bigger sizes.
Anyway,
you must be lost.
the old lady looked at my shirt and started laughing, and I was like, "Oh, damn, lady, she gets it too." Little old lady,
She
white
wasn't
lady.
laughing at your shirt, Corey.
But then, as I was like walking her to her car, she's like rolls down her window and she goes, "Oh, I just can't imagine worm flavored ice cream. That's so funny."
Oh,
and I was
Jesus.
like, "Oh, bless your heart."
Claudia's Food
Claudia's.
Mart.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
it,
it is.
Claudia.
Yes, Claudia.
Yeah, she's a nice lady. I
We're
went
like
there
it's
once.
named after a lady.
Yeah,
We're so healthy.
that's so funny.
So graham crackers.
Yeah, love graham crackers.
Me too. And s'mores. Graham crackers.
I don't like
Yeah.
s'mores. I like graham crackers.
I like graham crackers. If I have to make a s'more, I'll add a marshmallow, but not the chocolate.
Same.
So my cousin
much chocolate.
at her wedding, she
Yeah.
had a s'mores bar set up.
Nice.
And they had like all different like little fun sized candy bars to use instead of just Hershey's. So you could use like a
I like that idea.
Reese's or an Oreo even. Like they should like a whole bunch of stuff set up for that. It was really cool. I liked it.
I like that idea.
That's where I was at the whole night. It was next to the s'mores bar.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Was it an open candy bar? Get it?
Yeah,
Open candy
Where's
bar.
your buzzer, please? Buzzer.
With open candy.
Thank you. So, graham crackers were invented by an evangelic minister named Sylvester Graham because he believed grains were key to suppressing people's sex drives.
Nice.
So,
It didn't work. But
no,
okay.
it didn't. It didn't work at all. But that's why graham crackers exist.
And talk about haters, man. Like,
So, do you remember Teddy Grahams? Are them still a thing? Does anybody know? Teddy
I
Grahams?
found out they were, but I've actually
Yes.
never had a Teddy Graham.
Do you notice?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gina, have you had a Teddy Graham?
Yes.
Do you notice they taste nothing like a graham cracker? You ever notice that? Next time you get a chance, taste it. It does not taste the same as like the square graham cracker.
Well, no, but I think
Not
it's
the
because
same.
they're coated in a bunch of crap. Like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of
It's like a
stuff on it.
layer of
Cinnamon,
sugar.
honey,
Right.
like all kinds of stuff.
Not the same. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
That's all I got for you.
That's all you got?
You really thought people were eating Teddy Grahams because they enjoy the flavor of graham crackers?
Yeah, in teddy bear form.
I'll
Yeah.
eat a sleeve of
Okay.
graham crackers.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I will
for
too.
sure. Just like with nothing on them.
yeah, they're so good. Or with like if you make your own Texas, I think it's Texas Roadhouse has a sweet butter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, make your own Texas Roadhouse butter with butter, powdered sugar, cinnamon.
Yeah.
So good. And then you smear that on. Dude, I'm fat. Like, don't look at
So
me.
you want me
I'm
to take an
fat.
hour out of my day to make this butter?
No, it takes, all you got to do is like take some butter and throw, like, what do you mean an hour? It takes a minute to mix it up.
Would you have to churn it?
Just go to Texas
You
Roadhouse
take-
and
Would
get
you have
butter.
to churn it?
You take
You already own
You
stock.
already have butter. Like, I'm not saying go out and milk the cow and churn it. I'm saying take your butter,
Oh.
mix in some powdered sugar, mix in some cinnamon, and then
But that's
you have
that's how you made butter. You got to churn it.
Texas
I don't know.
Roadhouse flavored butter.
My bad.
You do
Speaking
have-
of bad, you know the Olympics just are going on right now?
Yeah.
The Olympics. You know who the opening person to carry the torch out of all the amazing athletes in the world? All the amazing, just in the U.S. alone, we have Mike Phelps. We have the girls that doing the gymnastic. We have so many just in U.S. alone. Guess who they picked to carry the torch?
Oh.
Well, it was multiple people, but go ahead.
One of them, Snoop Dogg.
That's
I'm here for
amazing.
it. I'm here for it.
What?
There's a history of celebrities, like Diane Larson's carried it. Also, John
Muhammad
Legend
Ali.
and this Pharrell Williams carried it too.
Did
Mike
you
Bell.
notice
This
that
year.
the torch looked like a joint?
That,
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
I-
was crip walking.
I was really disappointed that he didn't just take a blunt and just light it. Like, I was disappointed.
But here's the thing: the whole world is watching.
So what?
And a lot of the world doesn't
you
like
don't-
the U.S.
Here's the thing. Most people don't like the U.S.
That's
and
true.
also, most people don't watch the Olympics.
That's true.
All
Okay.
right? The Olympics are so saturated by the United
Take a vote.
States.
If you watch the Olympics, raise your hand at this table.
I do.
No, I haven't seen-
We
and-
just
and-
watched basketball yesterday. We were watching women's basketball today.
That sucks.
I used to be
so good.
I used to be obsessed. Well, not even obsessed. I used to watch the Olympics a lot more. I knew a lot of people that have been in it and out and family history with the Olympics, but I just can't get behind the Paris Olympics this year for some reason. And I think COVID, with it just not happening then, really kind of made me stop. You know, I have no desire to really see any of these gold medals or anything like that at all anymore.
Yeah, I watch it. I like it. But hear me out on the Snoop thing, though. Who is a better person to represent America? Hear me out before you say anything else. Listen, he came from absolutely nothing, super poor, South Central LA, grew up with nothing, had run-ins with the law, made his own way, and is now a millionaire who's more than a millionaire, who had multi-millionaire, who is a great dad, married to his high school sweetheart. He coaches, no matter how much money and fame he has, he's coached his kids' teams for free.
And you have a very good point. Talk about Snoop all you will, but you got to look at the facts. Those are the facts as they sit.
Snoop is America.
There's literally nothing Snoop has ever done that is wrong on paper.
A black dude that beat a murder case.
Yeah.
Come on, this is America.
I get that, but for the Olympics, you can't tell me there's not that same story with one of these.
Okay,
I mean,
athletes.
but they do have they have athletes, but we did have athletes that ran it. I don't have the list, but there is a list of people that ran it for America. It wasn't
I love
just
Snoop. I love Snoop.
But we
big
have
fan of him.
We have always had celebrities. We've always had celebrities go, not just athletes that run with the torch.
Like what other?
This isn't new.
What other celebrity would you even consider? And because Snoop is currently living his best life.
I wouldn't even have
He's
done a
America's
celeb. I
mascot.
wouldn't even have done.
But they
a rapper though.
Yeah,
Come on.
they have every year. He's
A
so much
rapper?
more than a rapper. He's a rapper. He's an author. He's a mentor.
And he's
a
great
lot.
with
He's
all
a
of that. But for
movie
the
producer.
Olympics,
Yeah.
the Olympics.
But they've always had celebrities. You're acting like
He's
this is brand new. This is not brand new.
I've never watched them. That's the thing.
Oh, well then. See,
It really blows my mind. The one piece I
Tom
did
Cruise
see.
has carried it.
I was gonna say the only people I could think of that are American that might do it other than him would be like Tom Hanks or Keanu Reeves. Other than that, it's them or Snoop. That's it.
I was just
Those are
bothered
all-
by it. Like that
Everyone
one
in
thing
America
I
sucks.
seen was Snoop Dogg holding a torch, looking like a joint, doing the Crip walk. That's all I seen.
I think that's hilarious. But but also Pharrell Williams ran it and this year. I know Diane Larson ran it in the past. I mean, there's a list of celebrities.
Like the Toledo News, Diane Larson.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's cool.
There's like a list of people who have run with the torch that are not athletes, and then a lot of athletes too. Muhammad Ali ran with it before.
I get that. He's a good athlete.
Right. So it's been a mixture of, it's an honor to do it, and they have like, I don't know how many every year, but we have I think it's like 5 people every year, maybe more. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, 'cause I
That's
don't
where it
really
gets
know,
me
but-
is we had 5 people. I don't know if
I mean, I don't
Snoop
know
would have
that
been
for
my
sure.
say it was.
Okay.
I don't think he would have made the cut.
All right, let me go ask you this. Name any other celebrity that's more recognizable in the world than Snoop Dogg that you would allow
Taylor
to
Swift.
carry
I don't know
this.
if necessarily I would have went with a celebrity. I would have went with someone who
Beyonce.
had athletic background, who maybe.
But
who've
you're
been in
missing the fact
Olympics,
that the
who've-
fact is that all countries have celebrities that run it.
And-
like, that's just a thing.
And
But Snoop-
athletic background right there.
Yes,
Snoop
okay.
Dogg is a football coach with multiple championships.
All right.
Yeah, I will defend the honor of Snoop because
All
I
right.
think
No,
Snoop,
I love Snoop.
Snoop
I
is-
love everything about him. I love him as a
pick
person.
Snoop to represent America. I think he's a great representation of our country.
Snoop Dogg is America's mascot right there. Because, and Gina already said, he represents so much of what America really is and what people think America
To come
is.
from nothing, come from behind underdog story, and then to like I said, he's despite all his fame and fortune, married to his high school sweetheart, and he's been a phenomenal dad, actively
No,
involved.
I agree.
Like,
I agree with all that.
So
I
then
just
what?
I just don't feel the Olympics was our top 5.
I can't
My
think
top
of anyone
5.
else
My
to
top
put in
5.
his place.
And
though.
I can't neither. But I don't know.
Nick
I
wanted
don't
to run
know.
it.
Yeah.
Someone
He'd
said
have
Snoop Dogg
passed
would be
out.
nothing without Dr. Dre.
I mean, maybe that's true, but
Okay.
that can be said for a lot of celebrities. Would be nothing without somebody.
Exactly.
My Aunt Rosie said her brother-in-law carried the torch. I don't know, probably not this year, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cool story.
So it's they just give a lot of people the opportunity to do that. It is
All right,
an honor to
all right.
do.
I'm gonna rewatch it. Let me rewatch it. Look
I mean,
up
you-
into it more. I just saw a quick clip.
You don't have to rewatch Snoop doing the
I just
Crip
wanna
walk
make-
with it. Like,
He
just
did-
look up a list.
He did a
of
phenomenal
people.
job of the Crip walk, though.
Yeah, just look
He
up
did
the
good. Well, he
the
did.
list of people
He
that
did
have
good.
carried it, and it's kind of interesting to see.
All right, if you say that. If you say that.
But yeah, Snoop wouldn't be anything without Dre. That's probably true. But then Eminem wouldn't be anything without Dre.
Yeah.
50 Cent wouldn't be anything without Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's literally nobody who hasn't had some form of help.
All right.
So,
All right. I'll give it.
true
I'll
that.
give it to Snoop. I'll give it to Snoop. All right. I'll give it to Snoop.
Don't come for Snoop, sir.
All right, I didn't know we're in a Snoop Dogg fan club
double
over here.
G. Oh,
Man, speaking of dead, so my wife works for a credit union. She's part of the repossession team. She's the manager there, so she gets repos.
oh shit.
So yeah, you're on watch, Corey. So they got a car, and they go through it to clean it out so they could sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone left their dad in the trunk.
Oh,
Cleaning it out, and they're in the trunk, not in the back seat strapped in, just rolling around in the trunk.
They're giving him a last ride.
At first, they were like, probably empty. Maybe it's, something.
Did they open it?
But when you picked it up, there was ashes.
So
in it.
what do they do with it?
They called the people. Called the son or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got your car if you want to come get your things
Get
out
your
of it.
dad.
By the way, we found an urn. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
That's where he went. This whole time I thought he
What
walked
is this world
off.
coming to? Like, first off, that's no respect. Second of all, if you were transporting your dad from somewhere, don't you think you would take him right in as soon as you got home or where you're going? Just leave him in the trunk?
It depends on the situation. Like if you're moving and you have a bunch of stuff in your vehicle.
There's no moving.
Then never mind. I got no excuse for
Your
it.
typical repo type person.
So I will probably feel differently than most people at this point because I think that a lot of the things we do after death are very weird.
Fair.
So I think viewing dead bodies is extremely weird.
So maybe like out of sight, out of mind.
So like when my dad died and they had the they did the cremation and he has his, I'm pretty sure he's sitting in the box that the funeral home gave, like the cardboard box in a baggie, or not baggie, but like the plastic bag.
Yeah.
My mom might have put him in an urn by now. I don't know. But I don't feel any sentimental. I think it's weird. Like when people divide it up, they were like, do you want some of your dad's ashes? I was like, no, because I don't want this penis. Like, I don't want that. I think that's weird.
Plus, you have this responsibility. You always have to make sure that's taken care of and not someone tipping
and
it
not
over.
to compare
or
your loved one to a pet, but like when my cat died, I was like devastated.
Yeah.
And so I had to get him cremated, and now I have his ashes. And at the time, it was it felt like a very good thing to do. And they were like, "Do you want him back?" Absolutely, I want my cat back.
Just not dad.
And now I have. Well, no, my dad was after the cat.
Okay.
So this was my first experience with ashes was the cat. So I'm like, I absolutely want my cat back. Bring me my cat. So they give me this nice little box, and now I have my cat's ashes, and I don't know what to do with him. So he just sits on a shelf. What
do you do with it?
You just leave it sit on a shelf. It's not like I visit. It's weird. So when I die, I want my kids to do firstly whatever they want with me. Do whatever's the cheapest. Number one,
save a buck.
So donate me to science because I am a walking wonder.
It's a lot of science.
How are my knees still functioning at this? I'm just saying. I think that this is
because you have a comorbidity.
I appreciate you donating your body to science because, like a traditional funeral, I know.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to push your head.
God.
That was so random.
I didn't mean to push them. I was trying to.
I'm like, congrats! Thank you for donating your body to science and research and helping mankind overall. He's just like,
our interns over there.
Oh, our interns suck.
Sorry about that.
I was just gonna say, I appreciate you donating your body to science and helping mankind because it is an option. It's also free as well for
and then when
people
they're
on
done
budget.
with you, they send you back to your family.
Yeah, and I think the most selfishly, I know that I'd have to be a pallbearer, and I'm trying to avoid that. So again, thank you,
a Viking.
Thank you.
But I mean, I just don't care. So with my ashes, that's weird. That's a weird obligation. What do they do with them? What do you So for my dad, when he died, my dad and I had a great relationship where we laughed and joked a lot. What I wanted to do, and my whole family shut me down. I was pissed because I really wanted to do this. I'm like, you guys, we need to find someone we don't like and go to their house and dump the ashes in their fire pit and then call the police and be like, they're burning bodies.
Then there's DNA.
Bro, I'm telling you.
What is wrong with you?
I'm effed up. Welcome to the Gina Shit Show.
Damn.
You invited me. My dad would have thought that was hilarious.
That is kind of funny now you think about it.
And so but they all were like, what? You can't. And they had pretty much the same reaction. What is wrong with you?
Going back to on a serious note, have you ever considered spreading their ashes?
So my brother died when I was 14. So he before the summer before he died, he had went and propagated a lilac bush for my mom for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And he
Time out. What does the word propaganda mean?
so
Propagated?
like they have offshoots, like plants will offshoot or grow. So there was like this little lilac bush next to a big one.
Okay.
So he dug that up and he brought that.
Oh, he stole a lilac bush.
Well, no, it was in the wild.
Okay.
It's not like he stole it from nature, I
Gotcha.
guess. He brought it home. He planted it for my mom. That was like, in her backyard. So this lilac bush has other little babies growing underneath it. So my idea was to dig up one of those and replant it down a little bit from the original lilac bush with my dad's ashes in it and whatever. And but that, like, I don't know, that didn't get any reception.
How would you feel if
either.
you did that and then the next year the lilac bush was just dead?
I mean, then that's just nature taking its course. I mean,
I want to be cremated and then put in like a salt and pepper shaker. That way, every time Danielle eats something, she can put me in a little bit of her taco, and she's still, when I'm dead, gets a
I'm
piece of
effed
me.
up for mine.
Still
and
getting a
that's
little
what
piece of me in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Buzzer yourself.
I
That was
can't.
terrible.
I did. That's what
Nick
happened.
just wants to be in Danielle's taco one last time.
Hey!
That's the takeaway there.
Hey. Oh, wrong button.
Something tells me you know exactly what you're doing with those applause and buzzer buttons.
It's weird. It's glitchy.
And
I don't know
every
what's going
time,
on.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
But yeah, I just think it's weird. I think the whole "what do you do with your ashes" thing. So I don't even feel like, I don't think I'd leave like a loved one rolling around in my trunk. But I also understand people that are like, meh, what do I do with it?
And he was like, "Oh yeah, forgot about that."
To be fair, my kid's grandmother has been in my cup holder in my car for over a year.
You ever accidentally take a drink of her?
No. So it's she's in a cross.
Oh, my bad.
So again, so she's in a necklace cross, and Skylar lost the chain, so it's literally just sitting in my car, and her ashes are in this chain, and so she just sits in my cup holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, taking her out for rides. It's
Yeah.
nice. Taking grandma out for rides.
Whatever.
She's not even my mom. She's actually an ex's mom, so that's
Lord.
fun.
Speaking of an ex's mom, say you got a group. You got a group of people, your friends, close friends. You're in groups like on your phone, your Facebook, same group. And someone in the group invites somebody new to the group without asking.
Are we in like a group chat?
Yeah, but you're all friends. And you guys get together outside of just texting. You guys have cookouts together. It's the same 10 to 15 people, but someone down there invites a new person without asking, includes them in the text, adds them to the Facebook Messenger. But you don't end up liking them.
Do we
What
already
do you
know
do?
these people?
You know everybody except the new person that was added.
I think it's weird that they added a person. Like, you can bring them to the stuff, but like adding them to the personal chat group, I think that's a little weird.
What would you do? Say you didn't like them. What would you do? They're not part of your group.
I would start a new group chat with the same original people and leave them out.
Yeah, there's always side groups. Like, I promise you, if you have a group chat, I guarantee you there's a breakout chat going on without you in it.
Easily.
I see.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I actually thrive
So just
to
start
be,
your own group.
I thrive to be that member that gets left out of group chats because I find them very annoying.
I hate 'em.
I just silence them.
I hate them.
Yeah. But what sucks is, like, I'm in a family group chat and I pay attention to it like once a day and I'll read like the last 5 messages.
Yeah.
But then every now and then I'll like scroll back and I'll realize they're asking me questions directly. And I'm like, just call me if you
Right.
need
Text
anything
me.
because I'm not, this is for entertainment, not information. You know?
Yeah. I mean, if it's something important, absolutely contact me directly.
Yeah.
Because I may not check the
Even if it's not even that important, but if you're asking me, like, if you need to know something about like the farm or Pandora or something about like my life that's just general, don't put it in a group chat. Like, ask me directly and I'll respond to you.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
I think that's the easiest way, best way.
But yeah, I think for me, I would just carry on. Like, I mean, you got to coexist with people that you don't like. I mean, it depends. Like, why don't you like them? Like, you just not vibe with them, or did they do something to you?
Right.
Because
Just
that
depends on what
a big,
happened.
If I'm just not vibing with them, I can very easily just slide past that. I mean, I've been dealing with Corey for a long time now and running
That's
around
true.
in circles.
That's true.
welcome.
He's still around.
So, like, I
He's
can
not
coexist.
intolerable most of the time.
Yeah, I can coexist with people.
Right.
I can hear you guys.
Oh, sorry,
like these
shoot.
work and my ears are fine.
I know.
Yeah,
No offense.
I have
No offense.
feelings. Oh,
If you
okay.
say
Oh,
no
if
offense,
you say
We're
no
good.
offense,
We're
then
good
it's
now.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
they would learn that in the past couple months. If you say no offense when you're done saying it, then you can't take
Or
offense.
I'm just saying, you're obnoxious.
No offense.
Yeah.
No offense.
No offense.
See?
No offense.
Now it's acceptable.
Yeah, deal with it.
I'm just saying.
Deal with it.
you are the furthest thing from tolerable.
The sun.
No offense.
That's way better than what I thought he was going to say.
Yeah, if you say no offense, it's fine.
Honestly, I was thinking of a lot of other things, and I was like, this has to be PG-13. There's no way in hell this is going to be PG-13.
Speaking of
No way in
PG-13
hell.
and rated R movies, say you woke up one morning and you're the last person on this planet.
You're the last person on the planet.
That's my biggest nightmare.
This Saturday.
I'm not afraid of the apocalypse. I'm not afraid of the end of the world. I'm not afraid of dying. But if everybody else dies and I'm the absolute last one, that is my worst nightmare.
What would you do? What's the
Given
first thing you do?
your health, I can promise you that's not going to be the case.
But it doesn't matter. It's hypothetical, first of all. And
understand.
You can't
from
change
the
the
man
hypothetical.
with heart defects, a pacemaker that just had a stroke within the last 5 years.
Whoa.
Coming
No
from-
offense.
Yeah,
no
offense.
No
offense.
offense.
Coming
I mean, they're
from
all
you.
true.
Coming from you.
No offense.
Yeah. No, and that's why I'm like, haha, I will never be lonely.
Well, yeah,
so-
I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would commit suicide. Like I know that that's an option. I just don't think I could bring myself to do it. I'm real scary. Like, cause with my luck, I won't die. Like I'll just
You'll miss.
Now I'll be like a quadriplegic with
kinda-
no one around.
It's kind of scary thinking about it. Like, what would you do? You woke up and the world there's not.
Oh, that sounds so
honestly-
horrifying. I'm getting anxiety right now. Like I'm like starting to sweat. Oh wait, that might be.
No, that's your normal base.
No, I'm really
what would you do?
I don't
What
know.
would you do? Like, for real?
Okay, so the first thing I'd probably do would be like go to a Meijer or Walmart or something like that and get supplies
Yeah,
to
I mean,
survive.
yeah.
Because just because you're the last person on Earth doesn't mean that you're really the last person on Earth. You just are the last person that you know is on Earth.
No, you're it.
And- okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't. How do you know you're the last person on Earth?
So-
In this scenario,
I'm going to
Okay,
spend
but-
this scenario,
I'm going to spend my life searching for other people.
So I hear what he's saying. Like I hear you. We a third party. Like you understand Omniview. You understand.
Yeah.
That it's the last person on Earth, but. In it, I don't know that, so I would also do the same. I would
Start
just spend
looking.
the entire time.
So you'd
looking.
instantly
And-
start stocking up food.
Oh, I mean, stocking up food, ammo, supplies, fun stuff, things that I want to go to Cedar Point
Of course,
and ride
first
roller
stop
coasters.
is the sex toy
can.
store.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you?
I mean, I ain't got nobody else. I don't have those.
But you can't go to Cedar Point and ride the ride
I
because
don't
you're
have
the only
those-
person.
You just like throw a football at the lever, and then
Right.
you're just stuck on it.
I'll take all of the balls from the carnival section and just work on my aim as I try to hit the lever.
Like,
to
it sounds
stop
like a good
whenever I go
idea,
by.
but what would you really do?
That's what I would do.
I would do like Corey. I'd go get all the food. I'd get as much food as possible, or I'd make home at like one of
Can
the
you
stores.
eat yourself to death? That's what I would do.
Oh, that sounds
If
divine.
I could eat myself on a Friday night.
These guys would never leave the house.
I've heard some compliments. I'd like to find out. Yeah.
Oh Lord, what happened to PG-13? That is not.
Now it
13.
works. Now it works.
I'm delicious.
Oh boy.
No, yeah, I think that. No, you just licked that, you weirdo. Dude,
Are you gonna give him a wet willy?
get him under control.
Hold on a minute. Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
No, because I will puke.
No offense. No offense. Okay, so last week or 2 weeks ago, I talked about the whole Jeep and the ducks thing.
You got in trouble.
How it
didn't
was
you?
annoying.
It's awesome.
I take it
First
back.
off. Thank
Take
you.
it back. I love Jeeps. I love the ducks. What bothered me, what made me bring that up last week or 2 weeks, whatnot, is this guy had half of his windshield, like halfway up his windshield, was nothing but ducks. To the point, like, it's a hazard.
Yeah, how do you?
yeah.
It's a hazard. Get a nice row, get a couple row, fill your dash up, but this was going up, not just back.
Yeah. So when I used to have a Jeep,
Yeah.
and when I had my Jeep, if someone gave me a duck,
Yeah.
I would keep that duck for a while, and then I got another duck. I would
Trade
re-gift
it in.
that.
So you'd
duck
have a couple.
to see exactly.
Yeah.
There's no point in keeping.
Just keep your
So
favorite.
I take it back. I love Jeeps. I love the ducks. They're amazing. They're cute. It's fun. But come on.
Yeah.
Know your limits.
It's a Jeep has no rhyme or reason behind what they do at all because the vehicle itself makes no logical sense whatsoever.
Right.
So their trends and traditions won't make sense either.
I guess it's like me
So,
having a Harley. Like, you won't understand some of the stuff I do.
Yeah.
Do you
But I just thought it was
do
a
you have
safety.
wave? Like
I do.
Jeep-
I do the
Jeep
two
people-
fingers.
Jeep
Or I
people
do
do a
this.
wave.
I do this.
So that's
I'm going
a
down.
different kind of wave.
That's peace.
You're gonna
Peace
cause
and love.
waves.
That's peace and love.
Is this
Isn't that
Star
peace?
Trek piece?
We
and
all
love?
know
Isn't that
what
peace
this
and love?
is.
Or
I
just
bet,
something?
do we all know what this means?
Oh, I
Are there
do
people-
this.
Okay, wait.
I don't know
Ask
what
our
I do.
ask our listeners. Do you know what? You don't say what it means. Just say, do you know what it means?
I just want to know the person who doesn't know. What
Yeah,
it means.
2 words, 1 love. Is that what that means?
Yes.
Isn't that what that
That's
means?
Exactly
Yeah,
what
I do
that
that
means.
at church. I do that at church.
We're about to
R.I.P. Jesus.
We're about to find out everybody's measure.
Gina wants to know if you know what that means. It's 2 words, 1 meaning. Love you. That's what it means.
That's
Oh,
when they find out the
what it
real
means.
answer. It's going to be shocking.
That's what it means. You know what is shocking is my home here. Okay, our home is so technology. Or wait, what's the word I'm looking for?
Technologically advanced.
Yeah, where if we lose Wi-Fi, I don't know what to do here.
Oh,
I can't turn on lights. I can't turn on the bedroom lights.
Oh,
without
that
climbing
technology.
behind the bed and finding the little click thing on the plug.
So
Everything is hooked up, like for the AC and heater, like it's all through apps and Alexa and Siri's, like everything in this house.
Why?
I don't know. That's just how it is, and it's just so easier. But once you lose, like say the internet's down, which it never is, but if it does, I'm screwed.
Yeah, I mean,
Screwed.
if the internet, I mean, I don't actually have internet at my house.
Shout
that
out to Buckeye.
Works.
I mean, you're
But-
you're saying basically like if the internet goes down, it's going to be dark and you can't turn on your TV. You're not screwed. Like you're gonna.
There's a way, but it's gonna be so
survive.
hard. Like I'm gonna have to move the bed away from the wall. I'm gonna
Oh
have to
my
find the
gosh.
outlet because there's like a button on the side of the outlet. You can. What was that?
This is okay. We live
What'd you
in.
hold on a minute, Jay. What'd you have in your hand?
My drink.
Let me see. It for some reason it looked like you had a bottle of ketchup in your hand.
No,
Like, what's he doing with that
He
ketchup?
was just over there squirting ketchup in his mouth when no one's watching.
That sounds like something he would do.
It's beet
It does.
juice.
But yeah, are you guys like that at home, or you
No.
guys have normal switches?
No.
At my house, I don't have internet that actually works. So
What?
yeah,
he lives
It's
like
awful.
when he says he lives
Oh, you
on
need
a farm
satellite,
in the country. Yeah, he's legit.
That's far.
Yeah, I'm literally in the middle of nowhere.
That's far.
There's nothing around
far.
at night when I'm trying to watch TV or
Yeah.
listen to my phone or anything. Nothing. So
That's kind of nice, though. It's kind of nice. You're disconnected a little bit.
it is nice,
But is it,
to be
though?
peaceful? But it's not nice when it's your only option because there's nothing else to do. You know, it's
Especially
not like
that
I
far
can.
out. You can't go ride the cow.
Yeah, it's not like I can go out and like
Speaking
I'm
of
gonna
your exes.
go over to McDonald's or
How
fast.
far is it at the McDonald's from your house?
About half hour.
Ah, are you serious?
20 minutes to half hour.
What's the closest fast food? Anything?
McDonald's?
That's the closest thing
Yeah.
to you? Oh, God. I would
Yeah.
die. That's
Yeah.
almost like living without
What's the
anybody
closest
in it.
grocery store?
There's a Walmart in about the same. It's right next to McDonald's.
Half hour?
Yeah.
No,
That's too
I could
far, bro.
never. Like I can't even. I grew up in Genoa, and that's only like there's a
You have
grocery
Miller's
store,
and stuff.
yeah, in town, but it's like it's pretty expensive.
Okay,
You
so
got Miller's,
but-
to be fair,
Marco's,
we have this place called Ted's, which is like it's a gas station
and a store.
So like this gas station, you walk in and get like
Like a
sodas
corner
and beer.
Does
store.
Ted still work there?
Yeah,
Does he?
yeah. I call him Uncle Ted.
Nice.
He works there literally every day. His kids work there. He's going to retire.
Oh, that's great. I
He's
love
been
that
there
kind of
so
community
long that the community throws a party for him once a year.
Nice.
And they call it Ted Fest. And it's actually going to be August 10th this year. And
Nice.
Noisy Neighbors will be performing there.
Oh, I love Noisy
Great
Neighbors.
band.
I
Great
agree.
band.
I
Yeah, they're
agree,
one of
so.
the best I think around.
Great band.
But yeah, it's actually it's a lot of fun. But he is like the icon of Pandora, and he's an awesome guy. It's an awesome community, but there's nothing in Pandora itself.
Right.
So
Right. We're just talking about what this sign means, and someone said it's sign language from one of Gina's books that she reads.
So clearly they're
That's the tool
they're-
you need.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
There are
Jesus.
people. Whoever that is
That's
our
the best
people.
list.
yeah, this is how you flip the pages
That's
in your
so
books.
funny. Hey, say you were getting married again, Corey. I know you've been engaged 9
Nope.
times. If you could hire any band ever,
Oh,
live or dead, think about this too, Gina, if you get remarried, because he's going to leave you.
I've never been married.
Are you not married? I thought you were married.
We've been together for 21 years. I've never
Ugh,
been married.
That's worse. So say you were.
Okay.
You get to pick any band or artist in the world, live or dead. Also, listeners, if you're listening to this show, you're getting married, you're getting remarried, whatnot, whatever. You're planning a wedding. You get to hire one band or one artist, live or dead. Who would it be?
So I have actually contemplated this before because Hot Gina loves this band, and her cousin is affiliated with the band, so they're very familiar and things like that. It's called OAR, or Of the Revolution. They've got a bunch of hits out there and things. Had some top 40 success.
Really?
So if I do get married and it's within the budget, it would be OAR. However, in a dream world with no budget whatsoever,
no budget. There's no budget.
I'm going with Mr. Romance himself, Bruno Mars.
What?
Yes. Bruno
24K?
Mars, 24K.
That's a really good one.
He seems like he would be cool to hang out with as well.
Because he's got fast songs, slow songs. His
a little bit of everything.
discography is great.
Sexual songs.
Yeah.
He gets the party going.
Yeah.
He's up. It's all fun and games.
I feel like he
dancing.
smells amazing. He looks like he smells
You
good.
know, he's fun sized.
Yeah.
He's very, very short.
Isn't he like 5'3"?
Yeah, he's pretty short.
Hey, intern, can you see how tall Bruno Mars is?
I sure can, boss. I'm gonna go with how tall Bruno Mars is, and I'll get back to you here just a minute, boss. Thank you.
All right, that was a little excessive, but yeah, I just need that. Also, big shout out to our production team over there. Hey, production team. Oh, yeah, we don't have one of those here. Sorry about that. We don't have one of those. Oh, and just the music goes out at the same time.
Oh, let's see.
There it is. There it is. How tall is Bruno? Q. What? What am I looking at exactly? Besides your broke ass phone.
Sorry, I was giving you the answer. He's 5'5".
Why didn't you just say? Why are you showing? Why didn't you say that? Why would you just say that?
I didn't say that because you asked the interns. I don't know if our listeners realize this or not, but you are our intern. So I was going to give you the opportunity.
I am not the intern.
Why are you giving away his secret identity?
Why?
Okay.
Right. This Santa's not real either. Jesus, what are you doing?
You see this thing in front of us that's looking at us with the light on it? That's a camera. People can see us in real time. They can see his mouth moving as he talks.
What a jerk.
No, he puts his mouth right up to the mic so nobody can see it.
Okay.
He does it really well. He was throwing his... You ruined everything.
I
Corey.
ruined
Gosh.
the intern situation. I was just trying to give Nick information that the interns passed to me.
I see.
Also, we are hiring for interns. We're not paying you anything, but we are definitely hiring you.
If you want to come and hang out, you're more than welcome.
Uh-oh.
Your salary is going to be twice as much as ours.
You guys talk for a few.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk.
How
to
have
him.
you been, Gina?
I've been awesome.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's all I got.
You know what I really missed with COVID? I like people, and I forgot that I like people because COVID made me think I hate people. So I'm always saying things like, I hate people. But I have a friend who was like a really, really good friend of mine when I was a teenager. And I mean, like, we were besties for a few years, and then, you know, life happens, you lose touch or whatever. And we kind of stayed in contact on social media, but life is hard. And so, over the weekend, for the last few weeks, we've been chatting a little bit more online. And over the weekend, he came over and hung out and got to meet Dubs, and we got to tell stories. And it was, dude, I forgot how much I love people. Like,
that's awesome.
Catching up with old friends like face to face.
I completely agree. There's something very special and nostalgic and reminiscent of that time, and it's almost like it takes you right back to where you guys were. It was like however many years ago.
I swear, it felt like there was no time between the last time we hung out and now.
Fair. So similarly, I have a similar situation that happened to me this weekend as well. A friend that I had in high school was honestly one of my best friends. They came to my comedy show in Clyde this past weekend, all the way up from Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, that's nice.
They brought their camper and they stayed overnight at their campground. And so after the show, I went to their campsite and hung out afterwards with them until far later than I should have been out.
It's always far later because we should go to bed at like 9 because we're old.
Yeah. In fact, that's exactly what should happen because I stumbled into the door at 4:20 a.m.
Oh, wow. That's late.
Yeah, that's super late and did not go to sleep.
Like reminiscing with somebody from your past doesn't mean you got to like redo. Like you can't drink like you did back then. You can't stay up like you did back then.
It's even worse because me and this friend, she and I reconnected during COVID and we became best friends again again. And since then, we literally talk every single day. She's
Awesome.
amazing and awesome. I've met her husband, her kids. She finally met Skylar, who's my second oldest son. We have plans to meet my other kids, and she loves Scarlett. But it's just during COVID, obviously we couldn't see each other. We couldn't, connect. And now we're connecting. And so almost every chance we get, we are hanging out.
Isn't
and doing
it so
things.
much better to do it in person though? Like,
It's so much better.
even when I chat, like even chatting was great, but then it was like just having him come over and hang out and like it was just so much better.
I agree.
And so I forgot. It just was one of those things that was just a reminder. Like, why do I say I hate people? That's not true.
Yeah, no, and I've never actually hated people. What I love doing with my friend Jamie is we actually do things, but we're not really doing anything. Like she took me to see Dave Chappelle. She's the reason why I do a lot of the things I do, and she's always like saying, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I'm saying, "Hey, do you want to do that?"
That gets you out of the house.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Whose Line Is It Anyway, and I think it's in October, and we have so many different plans, and it's awesome because sometimes our spouses can come, sometimes they don't, but it's so much fun just kind of being around a specific person that brings you joy in your life and can make you just kind of elevate you to the next level. Because obviously we have Dubs and we have Hot Gina and things, but they share our problems. They share our lives. And
right.
I feel like my friend and possibly your friend, they get to share in more of the joy and happy moments.
Yeah,
which just make
the highlight reel.
Exactly, which make the experiences so much more fun, so much more memorable, and the laughter is just nonstop.
Yeah, I was hurt. Like this morning when I woke up, I felt like I worked out. Well, I felt like I think I would
think you
feel
felt like you worked
if
out?
I worked out,
Mm-hmm.
because of how hard we were just laughing, and we didn't stay up too late, but it was like we were just laughing the whole time.
Yeah, and same. We lit a campfire. We stood around a circle and laughed the entire time. And at the end of the night, I was driving home and I was like, "That was a great time." I know that I had said a lot of jokes. She had said a lot of jokes. I couldn't remember a single thing that was said or done or anything specific. I just knew how I felt.
Right.
And
it's almost like a high.
Yeah, absolutely,
for sure.
So much so that I couldn't fall asleep because my adrenaline was rushing that much.
Yeah, I mean, and it just made me think like I want to do more of that. I want to do more of face-to-face hanging out with people. Like I need more of this.
But okay, so obviously we have this podcast where we get to see each other every single week, and you're welcome. But outside of this, what else would you like to do to...
So it can't cost a lot of money because I'm a teacher.
Same. Well, I'm not a teacher, but I got too many kids.
But and of course there's time constraints. But I mean, I don't know. Like the plan last night was to get together and play some games. Like we were going to do like board games and stuff. Mm-hmm. We never got that far because we talked and laughed the whole time.
That's perfect.
But maybe something like that, like getting together, board games, like game nights, that kind of thing. Because we don't drink, so the bars are really not our jam. I do like to karaoke. That's a lot of fun. So I don't mind going to doing karaoke and things like that. But yeah, I just like the getting together, like old school, like getting together, hanging out at someone's house, campfires. I hate campfires. I hate being outside. But you know what I'm saying? The camaraderie of that.
Yeah, sitting on your porch and sipping Kool-Aid or whatever you got to do.
Like,
yeah,
that's what I want to do. I want to do camping without camping.
Fair. I wouldn't. Like Nick's. You have to go out to Nick's campsite.
I do. I haven't been there yet, and I do need to go out and hang out. And everybody that I've met from there, I absolutely love.
Honestly, I was so against camping. You've met me. I've been.
I
very
won't
adamant.
camp. I will go day visit. I won't stay.
I've been very, very adamant about anything remotely camping related for so long that one trip to Nick's campsite has completely changed my mind. I'm now looking into getting campers just so I can kind of repeat that same thing.
I'm telling you, like, listen, just go visit because don't invest long term because I'm telling you,
Corey loved it.
We're not built for camping, Nick. We are not built for camping.
I'm really not built for camping, but I surround myself with people who are.
Corey loved it.
I mean, I love the hanging out part of camping. I love that part. Like, I love the campfire pies and the s'mores and just the hanging out.
You can always leave when
Yes,
that part ends.
That's what I'm saying. I will not invest in any.
The reason why I'm looking to invest has a lot less to do with, I need a place to sleep and lay my head at night. It has a lot more to do with, I don't want to pee in the woods. I would rather pee inside.
You know those bathrooms, right?
They're always so far
You know those
away.
bathrooms.
Yeah, but they're far away.
Nick, without exaggeration, I have urinated 13 times today before 4 p.m.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I urinate all the time.
Are you diabetic?
I don't always get the opportunity to.
Are you diabetic?
make it
What's your
there.
A1C?
I am not diabetic.
Are you sure? Because
I'm
that's one of the symptoms.
I'm 100% positive
Dude,
not diabetic.
he sees an army of doctors.
Yeah,
He's
I
not
see a-
diabetic.
we're
army
gonna
of-
check his blood live on the show.
I see an army of Cleveland Clinic specialists. Well, the reason why I urinate so much is because I have chronic kidney disease, and that's why. Like they don't hold anything. So
Well, kidneys don't hold anything anyway.
you know what I mean.
It goes through.
It's a filter,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I have kidney disease, and I'm on some medication that forces me to urinate a lot.
They're
Keep
called
the flow
diuretics.
going.
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
And it helps keep the fluid off his heart, I'm sure.
Exactly.
And that's not even a joke.
No,
That's,
you're
legit.
absolutely right. And I also learned this weekend that like I'm in worse shape than I thought because they're like
That's really bad because we knew
yeah.
you were in bad shape.
I
Yeah,
know.
we knew that already, Corey.
They're like, oh, you have congestive heart failure, which means that I have extra fluid on my lungs, and I have chronic kidney disease. So I have like my water intake. My heart's like, you need to drink less water, and my kidneys are like, you need to drink more water. So my body's like, I don't know what to do.
Fighting each other.
Yeah. So
Someone wants to know in our chat group, how did you three meet? It's a good question.
It was so long ago.
Good question.
I mean, there's a simple answer to that.
Well,
and that
right.
answer is
There's one name.
yeah, Andrew Z. That
was-
is
yeah.
that is
So-
the
From
answer.
14 years ago?
Yeah, almost 15 years ago.
Yeah, I met him in 2006.
And I came around in 2011.
I started calling into Kiss FM, 925 Kiss FM, to Andrew G's show back in the day. I was an everyday caller. And then not too long after that, I think Corey started working for the program, didn't you? Or how did you become involved?
I'm not sure when you started calling in. I joined opening day of 2006. It's like right after my son Skylar was born.
Okay.
But I was on the staff shortly after that, and I was
Right.
there for like 9 years. And I actually met Gina. I still remember the day I met you. I had gotten fired from Kiss FM.
Yeah.
And then the show completely shut down, and we were now over at 107.
100.7, the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe.
Yep.
And I was doing these little Tuesdays with Corey bits where I'd come in for a day, really half a day because I had a day job. And I was leaving the studio to go to the Corey's Quiz, which
Yeah.
is a bus stop trivia game.
I remember
And-
that. I remember that.
Yep. And Gina was outside, and I'm
At
like,
the bus stop.
no, she
At
was
the-
she was
oh.
outside
Oh.
the parking lot.
No offense,
And
Gina.
she had
No
two
offense.
kids in her car, and I just was like, "Hey, how you doing?" She's like, "You must be Corey," and that's how I met.
Oh, I do
And-
That's
remember that.
racist.
Yeah.
yeah, and she cracked on me. I cracked on her. She handed me a can of carrots because her
seems
daughter
fitting.
had
Seems
injured
fitting.
her, like got her hand stuck in a
So,
can of carrots or something like that.
This is like his. First of all, do you know that they sell carrots in a can?
I don't care.
Okay.
But yeah.
I didn't.
Right. So they do sell canned carrots, and Corey couldn't believe that. So clearly he's never been poor enough. So he's faking.
I've never been poor.
But like,
I've never been poor. Very clearly.
oh, okay.
I'm just bad with money.
Can't tell by that
So
shirt.
my daughter, my youngest,
No offense.
my youngest kid, I had opened the carrots because I was making trying to do fast chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
And
You don't
so-
want to do slow chicken noodle soup.
No, because I didn't have time. I had to they had to already be soggy carrots. I didn't have time to make them soggy. So I drained it and then I dumped it in. So there's how things stick to the side of the can.
Yeah.
Well, my youngest goes. She's very little. I think she was only like 3
Yeah.
at the time. And
That's how long
and
we've
there's
known each other.
There's a carrot on the side, and she sticks her finger in to get the carrot out, but the can lid wasn't all the way cut. And so
that'll
she
cut your
goes to
finger.
pull it out, and it got stuck.
Corey
And-
knows that firsthand.
I do.
And I couldn't. And
Just
so
like dogs.
and so Dubs comes out with this giant butcher knife, and I'm like, no, don't touch my kid with this butcher
Right.
knife. But I mean, it made sense what he was trying to do, but I was very adamant, so he doesn't argue. So he's like, whatever, I don't care, you crazy,
Yeah.
whatever. So, I didn't know what to do, and I didn't have a car, so I called 911 because I mean, what else? If I start pulling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then when I pushed it in, it would just doing the same thing. So it's just stuck. So anyways, 911 comes and the EMT, I hate the way you're looking at me right now. The EMT came in and he pried it off of her finger, and she had blue nail polish on. And he's like, well, I don't know what's going to happen with her fingernail. And I'm like, it's nail polish. He was like, oh, cool. Then just a Band-Aid.
Oh.
So I told this story on the air. And they were roasting me so badly for the story, which now it's not even that bad, but they were all of them were terrible. And so that became the running joke, was the can of carrots thing.
Oh,
Was the
that makes
running
sense.
joke.
Okay.
So
But
That's how that got started.
I didn't know that carrots can come in a can.
I didn't know that
until
either.
until
Honestly,
that
I
day.
wouldn't have known that.
So she got me hip to that.
have you ever? That's because neither of you do vegetables.
Hey,
do
don't
vegetables.
judge me.
I mean,
I was a vegetarian for 9 years.
Okay,
I
but
do
you-
vegetables.
Danielle
because you
dressed up
ate-
as a vegetable for Halloween last
ate
year, and I
French
did
fries.
that.
Was she in a wheelchair?
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
You did French fries. That's what you did. You can't call
Fair.
yourself a vegetarian because
Are-
you only ate French fries.
That's a potato and
are
that's a
potatoes
vegetable.
vegetables?
Yes, but
Then I
they're-
eat
they're-
vegetables.
Thank
they're
you.
not-
Thank you,
yes.
Corey.
Okay.
God.
But
Do you eat
but
chips,
that's not-
Corey?
Yeah.
From potatoes.
Yeah.
Boom.
I also
Vegetarian.
eat pickles.
Yeah.
And those are vegetables.
You know what's funny? You talk about pickles. I used to, for the longest time, I've hated pickles.
Oh.
But within like the last year, maybe, love them.
Yeah?
Yeah. It reminded me, I don't know, I think I used to like them as a child. And I gave them up when I was a child sometime. Because I remember the crunch in my mouth, and I remember the feeling.
So when you order a burger, you just order like without pickles?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll eat them at home, like, what's that, Tony Paco's pickles? I get them in a jar in the refrigerator. Oh,
See,
man.
Tony Paco's pickles aren't normal pickles. Those
Man.
are like, they're elevated.
But I like the, what is it, Vlasic?
Vlasic
Those,
pickles.
yeah, in the fridge. It got to be cold, though.
I like the ones that, not the vinegary ones
Yeah.
that are like, I like the ones that are like refrigerated pickles
Yeah.
that are not
Snap.
vinegary at all.
You
I
mean
know what you're talking about.
cucumbers?
No,
I know what you're talking
they're
about, though.
pickled.
I know what you're talking about.
They're pickled. They're still
They're
in the-
non-pickled pickles?
No, they're pickled. They're just not like in the jar pickle. They're like in the refrigerator section. They're not like the preserved in
They're
all
not.
the vinegar.
They don't come in a jar?
They're less vinegary. You know,
know what
sometimes they
she
come in
means
like
on that
plastic. When you go to the store and you go to the refrigerated section, there will be pickles. They're just different pickles. The one that comes to mind, Wahlberg's makes pickles. They're very good. But you have to. That's a different kind of pickle.
I have no idea what you're. We just talked about something that I didn't know existed with the carrots, and yet you just doubled down by introducing me to something else that I never realized existed.
I know, and you were a vegetarian, and
Yeah.
I am not. And see how this works.
Well, thank you for getting me hip to.
I like pickles.
Refrigerated
I
pickles.
like pickles.
I like pickles.
Also, Nick,
Yeah.
we did meet through Andrew Z, but it was weird because we probably should have met before that because we both know so many of the same
We were part of the
people.
same circles,
Yeah,
but we never
like
had
we
a chance.
just kind of like our circles were
Yeah.
always intertwined. Like we were a Venn diagram. We just never made it to the middle where we met.
So I really got involved with the group when Andrew opened up his pizzeria, and he knew I was a DJ. So he's like, "Hey, grand opening! I want you to get us started. Like the first grand opening in like the first 4 weeks. Let me get started, and then we'll get it from there." I'm like, "Sweet." So that's when I really got to hang out with you guys and see you guys on weekends, and that was cool. I think that was one of the coolest parts of my life was meeting everybody.
Honestly, that was when you and I started actually talking more.
Yeah,
Than
we're
what we-
hanging out.
Yeah, because
I
before
wasn't
that was-
there yet, though.
No,
I
right,
wasn't a part
yeah.
of it
Right,
yet.
because before that, at that time, you think 14 years ago, like Facebook really wasn't a thing.
Right,
No.
right.
But you would, because I took over after your little 4-week contract
Yeah.
was up, and
Just got
I
started.
was the DJ at
You were
Andrews
in-house.
Eve. In-house, and I knew nothing about music, nothing about
You didn't even like
DJing.
really music.
No, he
I
was
really
a,
don't.
He was
You just
a
needed a job.
walking. He was a walking iPod.
Yeah.
That's what he was.
That's exactly what I was, and you gave me a library of music.
Did I give you a hard drive? One of the hard drives?
Yep, you gave me a hard drive, and I still remember being forever grateful because I played Sean Kingston's "Someone Called 911."
You played that
Like
on repeat.
a lot, like over almost 1,100 times.
Actually, you still owe me for that hard drive.
That's
I don't know
my
if I got it.
favorite thing
Close to
about
you.
Nick, though.
you
Like,
can-
I'm not gassing you up, I promise. But that's my favorite thing about Nick
Yeah.
is that some people get territorial about their
Yeah,
business,
yeah.
and Nick's never been like
Nope.
that. Like, he has built people up. He gives away ideas.
Yeah.
like
I'm
there
all
are-
about helping.
There's other DJs out here that got
Trust
their
me.
ideas
Trust
from
me.
Nick, and I won't talk smack, but also there are a lot of people that got their ideas from Nick, and then were like big middle fingers up. So that there's a
I
couple
get
of
it.
those,
Yeah.
But yeah, he's never like he wants to share. There's enough room for all of us.
Because listen, if I help build you up and get you started, guess what? I have another person in my network that can help us all grow. We can all grow from
Yes.
it. You know what I mean? It's an investment in people.
Yeah, we have to learn that there's enough room for all of us,
Yeah.
and do that a lot
Yeah,
more.
I'm great friends with some of the top wedding DJs here in town. Like next week, we're having DJ Javi on the show.
I love DJ
nice.
Yeah,
Javi.
he's coming
I
in
love
on
him.
Monday. he's gonna be on the show, and good friends with him. We share ideas. If I need something, he's always there, like hands down. When I first got started in 14, 15 years ago, I worked for Javi.
Yeah.
Working like the patio circuit.
And he's like great if you and you do this too. If you contact them and they're booked, they're gonna refer you to other people, and they have a list of great people.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like I love your guys'
crazy.
referral system
Yeah.
that you guys
Yeah.
do. Like I love all of that. Our DJ community, we have a really not just talented DJ community, but like
Well
just
diverse.
awesome, yeah, and awesome people.
Like people call me for quinceañeras, and that's not really my niche. So hey, call Javi up. He's great. Tell him I sent you. Great. You
Yeah.
can make some good money off of that, but it's just not my thing. Like
guess
sometimes we
what's
specialize in things.
Don't mean to sound ignorant because I don't.
Yeah.
I've never
Because
been to a
you are, but
quinceanera.
anyway.
I've just never been to a quinceanera. Know anything really about that culture other than it's a
Me neither.
coming of
That's
an
the
age
thing.
at the age of
Me
15.
neither.
Okay, so I guess what kind of music do they play? Is it different than
A lot of Mexican music,
They will-
and there's so many.
It depends. I mean, it's going to be person to person, but
Yeah.
a lot of times there is a lot of Mexican music, a lot
Which
of
I don't
traditional
know
music.
because, like American music, there's all kinds of genres of Hispanic music, and then also with the quinceañera, a lot of kids. I don't know the kids' music right now
yeah.
that they listen.
But
to.
they play a lot of like top 40 stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
a lot of contemporary.
So it's like a
stuff.
mixture between like
Yeah.
the
but there's a
traditional
lot of
Latin and-
ceremony involved,
Which
in it
I don't
where-
know anything about.
and it is. I think that it would be important to know
yeah,
that.
So-
I'm Taco Bell Mexican. If
Okay.
that explains anything.
All right, so like Mia didn't have a quinceañera when she
No,
turned.
I don't even.
15
I can't even smoke quinceañera. So no,
Okay.
she had a 15th birthday.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's it.
Whitewash.
Yeah.
No offense.
Yeah. River's Edge checked in. My mom said, "When is it Bring Your Mother to Work Day?"
Yes,
well, if
please
you had
bring
Dude,
her
please.
to work.
if you had a personality,
Hold
I'm
up,
just
time
saying-
out.
Hey, what?
What?
We needed a guest tonight. Why didn't you hit her up?
She,
Huh?
First of all,
She gave
I
you life.
love your mom's comments and things like that. I think she's
Great for comments.
I think she's hilarious.
She's great for comments.
What do we do? We sit around and comment.
she's
on
a
stuff.
comment. She's a comment. She's a digital commenter.
I mean,
that's it.
What, we can make her a vocal commenter, but
I don't think so.
I vote that it has to be
I
on
don't
a
think so.
day that Corey is out.
How dare you?
We need Corey.
No, we don't.
I need to
No.
be here with her. We have history.
Why would you want to subject your mother to that?
We have history. She subjects.
She's
wants-
better on the texting side of things.
I disagree, and I think we should bring her on. And
I can't.
and
We're
have
busy that
them-
day.
We'll have them.
We're
vote.
busy that day. We're booked.
You know what? You know what I'm going to do? What
are you gonna do?
I'm going to tell you I have a guest for tonight, and I'm going to give you all their details.
No.
And then I'm bringing in
Corey,
your mom.
no.
Bringing in mom.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's gonna be like,
We're-
"Who's your guest?" And you're gonna be able to go, "Your
Who's
mom."
our
and
least
Nina."
funniest guest we've had? Times
I
that
mean,
by 4, it's my mom.
I have. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was your mom on here?
No, but
I was gonna say Corey, but
yeah. Yeah.
That hurts my feelings.
I know. It's
Corey
not
would be on
funny.
top of
This
her.
is literally what I do for her life, and you guys are like, "Oh, you
He's
suck
trying
at
over
it."
her.
Oh.
He's trying to spit game. Is that what they say? Spit game? Are you
I
trying
mean-
to spit games?
I mean, your mom's kind of hot, dude.
what is
I
that
would.
term? Spit games?
I want to tell
Spit
Faye.
game.
Faye said she loved the
spit
Andrew
game?
Z in the morning show, so I just want to shout out really quick because Andrew is a good guy. He's kind of
love Andrew. I listen to his show every day.
He's a very good friend of mine. He makes me want to choke him out, but underneath all that, he's a good guy.
Yeah. I love
him. I love
But
him.
anyway, Faye, he is on 107.7 The Wolf every morning, Monday
Yeah.
through Friday. So
Yeah,
you
also
actually
download the app.
Yes,
Great
you can
app.
actually still listen to the Andrew Z in the morning show. I do listen to it when I'm awake.
So Andrew, so ever since I was young, like teenager, I've always wanted to be in radio. I've always admired the radio. Denny Schaefer. Mm-hmm. I always loved it. I wanted to be that guy. So that's like been a long dream, and Andrew's always been an inspiration. I love his show because it's sort of like us. Like we don't really care.
Yeah.
We're not really into politics. Just fun, funny stuff every day we can relate to. So
Yeah.
I appreciate him.
Andrew has one of the best products that
Yeah.
I've ever experienced, and
Agreed.
the man has been through hell and back
Yeah.
and back again and back again and back again. And
Yeah, he's still
he is
going.
the most tenacious
Yeah.
phoenix that I've ever met on the
Obnoxious.
planet.
Oh,
And
wait.
First
I-
couple shows, he had reached out and said, "Hey, congratulations! I like your show." So
Aw.
I'll take that. He's a great guy.
And
He is a great guy.
I am forever in his debt because I'll be the first person to say, you just said that Eminem and Snoop
50
would
Cent,
be
Dr. Dre,
Yeah,
all
they'd
of
be
them.
nothing without Dre. I would be nothing without Andrew
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
At
we all have that.
because of him, the DJ Richie took off. It took off because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my name is Corey W. King because
Because of it.
Andrew Z.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
saying.
Yeah,
I love
So, yeah,
it.
and there's
Love
a lot.
it,
I
man.
think there's a lot of people that can say that with him
Yeah.
because again,
Oh,
with
yeah.
the whole giving it back, he always wants to bring people up with
He does.
him.
Yeah,
He does.
To be fair, at one point when we did the roast of Andrew Z back in the day, I had created a list of names of people that were their success was directly affected by Andrew-Z.
Probably pages.
And I think the list was over 100 at that point, and
Can imagine
it's
it now.
counting. So
Can imagine it now.
Exactly.
Yeah, good people.
Good people's for sure.
All right, that's enough praise for him.
Hey,
Yes,
so
yeah, because he's eating that up because he can't not. Eat
our
'cause
food
he's a
porn
fat-
section of the day. Listen, I don't know. Is this? It's part of the food porn, but also, am I weird?
Oh, kiwi.
I notice when I make a
Yes.
sandwich.
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
I make a
sorry.
turkey and cheese sandwich. Okay,
On pumpernickel?
on pumpernickel, on white bread. When I make it, when I eat the sandwich, I hold it, and the cheese has to be on top of the meat. I can't just grab it and flip it upside down and eat it. I have to eat it so the cheese is on top. Is that weird?
No, that's exactly how I eat sandwiches. However, if I'm eating a burger, the meat has to like melt on it, and then other things can go on top.
Okay.
But when I like make same exact way.
Like it was just turkey and cheese, but the cheese, when I eat it in my mouth, the cheese has to be on top. I can't have it flipped upside down. It will bother me.
Yeah, that's.
Is that weird? So that's is that normal?
I don't know. I don't think normal, but I also don't think it's weird.
Like peanut butter and jelly? When I eat it, the jelly has to be on top.
I think that might be clinical.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's necessarily weird. I think you might be able to be diagnosed with something.
What would that be, though?
What would
OCD.
what do you do when you eat Subway and put cheese on your sandwich? Because their cheese is on the bottom.
So it's not.
It's just when you make sandwiches.
When I make it, that's how it is. But if Subway, I have to eat it like it's made. So I couldn't eat the sandwich upside down. So it'd have to be, the chicken breast and then everything built up. I have to eat it that way. I wouldn't be able to flip it upside down and have like the
Right.
lettuce and stuff on the bottom of the sandwich. Just like that with cheeseburgers and stuff. Like I couldn't just like not look at it, flip it around and grab it. I have to make sure.
Yeah,
it's
that,
right.
I feel like that might be clinical.
You
Nick.
think?
Yeah.
Like some OCD thing?
Yeah, is it like if you did eat it upside down, like what would happen? You get anxiety?
I wouldn't eat it upside down. That's the thing.
Then I do.
There's
Why?
no,
I mean,
there's,
Then yes,
that's not an option.
I think
Physically,
that's-
it's possible though.
It's not, though. For me, it's not.
This is where it becomes diagnosable.
I would make sure that it's in the it's upright.
Would you ever what if it's like, God forbid this would be terrible, but like what if it was like meat, lettuce, cheese? Like what would you do?
So that part don't bother me. Like it's just
Oh,
so
that would
in that
bother me.
situation, the meat would have to be on the bottom, and then everything else doesn't matter. The order has to be on top of it.
So you can't eat something with the meat on top.
No, absolutely.
Okay,
not.
so it can't
Nope.
be like cheese,
Nope.
meat.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Once in a while, you'll get a burger where they do the opposite. I'll have to flip it upside down and then switch my bun around. So that's
Yeah,
you ever-
that's super excessive, and I do think that that's probably clinical.
Have you
Really?
ever had a sandwich with a lettuce base on the bottom and then you got your meat and everything else on top?
no,
Oh, they do that at a lot of restaurants.
no,
I get pissed though because they're called toppings, and I get mad
Right.
when they're underneath.
not bottoms.
Bottomings?
Yeah, so I get irritated by that, but it's just more semantics.
Gina's
than
used to be
anything.
called a bottom. That's what she was called back in her days. A bottom.
What?
Hold on. Oh, wrong one. Hold on.
I don't understand.
Like it's like a sexual thing. Like
I mean, no, I totally get
Forget
that, but
it.
I'm asking why. I don't
don't-
understand why
yeah,
I was
no.
called a bottom.
why can't it be funny?
If I was a gay man, totally it would make sense.
Oh, Gina.
But I mean, yeah, it's called.
You got a Kia.
It's
You
called
used to be on the
missionary.
bottom.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's called
I
missionary.
get that.
What-
Thanks. That's what Gina. God.
Gina's
My
Gina's-
books have
Forget it.
educated me.
Forget
okay?
it.
The only B
Forget it.
word Gina's ever really been called was blimp.
Forget it.
So
Oh no, there's so many
Stop.
other B
That's
words.
not.
Oh, true.
So many other B words.
You really need to get those buttons under
I get them.
control.
I get them backwards. I don't know if the lettuce is on the bottom or what's going on.
You know that there's an emoji. I'm not sure if they fixed it or not, but there's an emoji with the cheese on the bottom.
Nice.
Not
That bothered me.
nice. Yes.
Yeah, but he's not eating the emoji.
So you think it's a clinical disorder?
I mean, I'm not like I don't have a certifications to do that.
So
but
that doesn't sound normal.
I mean, no. I think that if you can't do something without something happening, that's OCD. Like that's you. If it affects like how you do things, and yeah, I think
But that's
clinical.
all it's with, though. Like I'm not.
I mean,
I don't
that's
have
all-
anything
people
around
that
the house.
have
That's,
OCD don't have OCD about everything.
but it's just about a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's about food.
check with
I mean,
you.
but there, like,
mine's
there's
about
food. There's
food.
other food OCDs, like people that cannot have food touch. That is a disorder if it's clinical. Like if it becomes debilitating, where you cannot eat something that touches something else.
My wife just said, she just commented, yes, you are very particular about the way you eat certain foods, and if it's not done that way, you will not eat it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I think that's clinical.
I'm
didn't
kind of
know.
like that with how things are cooked, not necessarily how they're
I'm fine with
prepared.
that.
Oh no, like if things aren't cooked like a certain way, then I'm usually won't.
Give me an
I just won't eat.
example. Like,
Okay, so we have this thing called Sunday Fun Day where there's like a bunch of like people that bring their like crock pots over and stuff.
Yeah. A family gets the other day.
Yeah, I can't eat like things that people bring, and I don't see like if I've never seen your kitchen, I'm not eating your food.
I mean, I kind of understand
You know,
that.
that's
I 100%.
yeah,
You know what? Now I think about it, like if there's stuff in the fridge, if I didn't open it, I won't eat it.
yeah.
At your own house?
Yeah. So
Oh, I will.
I made a sandwich last night, right? And we had 2 things of turkey. I didn't open either one, so I'm losing it. I'm like in my mind, like, how long have they been opened?
Don't they have dates on
Oh,
them?
you know what? I actually have a rebuttal to something we said last week about this.
Yeah.
Remember last week and you were talking about the expiration dates on food?
Yeah.
And you said that if it's in the fridge and it's open and the expiration date is like 2025,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's still good.
Right.
Yeah.
I will in fact eat it. I look at that expiration date as long as it's sealed, as long as it's closed up, as long as it's resealed, that expiration date is gold. But if
I
it's a
would
day
too.
after that expiration date, it's in.
So you're saying if there's an expiration of February, like February, like 6 months from now,
It,
Yeah.
it
or
depends
whatever.
on what it is, though.
and it's cheese,
Oh, I'll eat
but it was
Okay.
been opened and
Listen,
sealed back up.
I will eat if there's no mold on it and it doesn't smell funky. I will eat cheese. I don't care.
Yeah.
cheese is sat around for a long time, guys.
If the expiration date is several months out and it's open in my refrigerator, especially a block of cheese that I get to cut off,
As long as it
So that
doesn't-
turkey that's open, that was open a few days ago, and they say expiration is December. It's okay to eat as long as you
Yes.
keep it closed.
Yes.
yeah,
As long as
like,
you
there's
store it
no-
right. Yeah.
But airs hit it. Once air hits it, like
No,
that
but-
starts the
yeah, air
process
hits
in
it
my
and then
mind.
you shut it, you close it.
But there's
again.
still air in there.
So here's what
Air's moving around.
here's what your mind is probably basing this on. When people go and they grab cheese out of a container or they grab the meat out of the container
Yeah.
and their fingers touch it and they are not hand washers, that will mold very quickly. It will go bad very quickly. You have got to wash your hands
So
before
the
you touch
stuff
the
you're
food.
touching it.
So like if you're getting a slice of cheese out, you don't want to go grab the whole thing. You want to try to only touch what you're using,
Okay.
because your fingers carry a lot of germs. So that's why it goes bad quicker. So I guess it just depends. Like in my house, nobody touches food without washing their hands first. Like
I
that-
never noticed that.
You never.
I thought it was because the air hits it. Once
No.
you open it, unseal it, all the air hits
I mean,
it.
and you can't leave it open in your fridge.
Oh, right, for sure.
So like as long as you put it like seal it right and put it back.
So
in
you're
your
saying
fridge and
you two
store
are
it.
both saying that could last for months as long.
as long
For
as the
me, it lasts until the expiration date.
Yeah.
I did have a hot dog last night. Not proud, but the bread, the bun, expired on the 22nd of
I don't
this
care
month.
about bread
Nope.
either.
Nope.
And
No.
Honestly, I inspected
No.
because I put the hot dog in the microwave already, and now I'm preparing everything. And I saw the expiration date. I inspect. I was like, "There's
do
not an
realize
ounce of
that
mold on here. Let's do it."
Most things have expiration dates because the FDA says they have to. But if you look it up, like bread is good for weeks. Eggs are good for 4 to 6 weeks after their expiration date.
I don't even refrigerate my eggs.
Right, because yours are fresh.
Yeah.
I go from the expiration, I'll look at that first, then I'll go to feel. I'll feel it.
Yeah.
Then I'll go to look at it. Look at my bread.
So
I mean,
if you're, let's-
you close your eyes and feel it first.
Yeah. Do the blind test.
Gotcha.
the blind taste test.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how I am. Maybe
Yeah,
I am OCD about food and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I go and there's an open pack of turkey in my fridge,
Nope.
I'm gonna eat it
If
because
if I know it was opened on Friday, you have 1 week.
that's
once
not
you
how this
open it-
works.
It's done.
It's not how it works.
I mean, that's
done. 1 week.
typically the life cycle of food in my fridge anyway.
I mean, that's
for
that's
you,
usually,
obviously,
and
yeah.
that's the meat. I mean, that traditionally though meat does expire quicker.
No.
But I go by the dates on the container.
No.
But you know what? You know what's really
No,
hard is if you
can't.
freeze food and then you get it out. I take a Sharpie usually and try to write on it like the actual
When you took it out?
like when I took it out,
Right, makes
because or like if I take spaghetti sauce and I don't use the whole thing, I'll write the date that it is
And it
on
goes
it.
bad.
So
So much
Lisa brought up a
faster.
good point. She said it says best if used by. So I noticed that
Right.
with bread. that it's not as soft as when you first got it.
And there are some foods that like pantry foods that like mayo and spaghetti sauce, things that are good in the pantry until you open them. That's true. Like you only got a week or two to finish that after you open it.
That's how I feel with all foods.
But that's not the case with all foods.
Mentally, that's how it is for me. Mentally.
Yeah. That's I think seriously, I think that
I can't
might
do
be
it.
clinical.
I couldn't do it. If
clinical.
I opened up that bologna last week and it's a week after, no way. I'll throw it right in the trash, even if there's one piece
that's
missing.
a lot of. I can't afford that.
I can't.
I will
I can't
put that
afford
in
it.
a skillet and fry
Nope.
up. I will kill all those extra
Nope.
germs.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
the microwave. The microwave takes away all that.
So when me and Danielle first started living together, I remember watching her physically pull something out of the fridge, and she opened it, and she's just like, "That was it for me."
Gina,
That was it.
Hot Gina does that quite often. Actually, her eating habits are like an ogre, and it's not pretty by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm
That's
just.
hot.
I hope she doesn't listen.
I hope she does. She needs to learn.
We got 3 listeners, so it's definitely not her.
What'd you say?
We got 3 listeners. This is definitely not her.
Facts. She doesn't even come to my shows.
Still
There's no way she's
still talking about food porn, over the counter mac and cheese, not your black mac. Who do you guys think is the best mac and cheese out there? Like in a box?
Would not know.
I would have to go with. See, I doctor all of them. None of them stay just out the box.
Okay, that's fine. So if you took the base of one of
I
these,
would Velveeta.
Okay.
Stouffer's makes an excellent mac and cheese.
They
So
do.
much that when that fire station bar and grill out in Holland, when they were open, my son Skylar, again, I talk about him a lot. He's not even my favorite. But
We know.
there's
We know.
he loved it so much that the waitress admitted that they use Stouffer's.
Really?
There's nothing else that they do. It's
Stouffer's is really good mac and
Stouffer's,
cheese.
yeah.
It is
So-
good mac and
delicious.
cheese.
I hear that they have really good mac and cheese.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's like the Stouffer's white mac and cheese.
That's how I knew I was fat. Is that I had a Stouffer's family size meal, and
Not
I was
from a-
like,
You
ate it
oh,
just to yourself?
Clearly, I'm just a
Yeah.
whole family. So that was
My favorite.
That was the wake
Kroger-
up call.
Yes.
Kroger makes their version of Velveeta shells and cheese, and it's just Kroger brand, but the same shells and the liquid. Probably my favorite.
Yeah, I like it. There's a lot of off-brand things I like
Yeah.
better.
For instance, what?
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying, like, what's your
Oh.
for instance for that? Because I agree.
So a lot of times off-brand chips have more seasoning on them.
Yeah?
Yeah, like
Okay.
the Kroger chip brand chips, the Walmart brand chips.
I like a lot of the off-brand cereals.
Yes, off-brand cereals tend to be better. My kids
Aldi cereal? Oh, hell yes.
If my kids are making the grocery list, they will literally write off-brand Fruity Pebbles or because they don't want the actual brand one.
Do they try with the off-brand names, like Fruit Dots? Like,
Yeah.
are you guys even trying?
I mean, you got to get it
Cocoa
close
rice?
enough to
Cocoa
tell people
rice?
what you're getting. But no, they're not.
But they also have to be very, very careful.
That's
that-
true, because you don't want copyright, or
Right.
you know what I mean?
So, but yeah, I think there's a lot of off-brand stuff. But there are some. I am a brand snob about a few things. Not a lot, but there's a couple. Like toilet paper, it is one specific kind of toilet paper, and if they don't have
Scott.
it, I go
is your,
no.
What is yours?
It's Charmin. It used to be Charmin Basic. They stopped making Basic, so now it's Charmin Soft. But I won't
Okay.
do. Even Charmin Strong, I think it feels like sandpaper. Like it's got to be specifically Charmin.
Mine is one
Soft.
ply Scott.
So
One-
do you use
one
your
ply.
fingers? Is what you're saying?
I'll just double up.
Why? So why not just buy the better toilet
I
paper?
feel like, and I know we talked about this, but I feel like the double quilted, I feel like it falls apart sometimes.
You think that falls apart, but that thin
never
paper
has. Never
that-
has. Never has.
He's not wiping
No.
good enough.
No.
Never has.
Somebody tell him.
Yeah.
It's faithful.
You want to tell him?
You think your underwear have chocolate in them, don't you? That is not. That is. You need to wipe better.
Yeah, it's a Swiss
wipe
Miss roll. What is-
better. That is.
Yeah.
I thought it was part of the boxers. That's why we're black.
And mayo. It's my mayo is Hellman's. I'll take Duke's in a pinch, but it's got to be Hellman's.
Mine's ketchup also. You have to have Heinz.
See, I don't care about ketchup.
I have no worry. Like generic wise.
I think you would eat anything.
No. Really? Have you
I mean,
met
I've seen
me?
your exes.
Oh, facts. But no. Like honestly, like I'm honestly kind of bougie when it comes to a lot of things,
Yeah?
including food.
Okay.
Hot Gina will tell you that I am the pickiest eater that she's ever met in her entire life.
How come you're not picky with your outfit that you wear here? Why are you like picky with
I
some
feel like
things
we're not coming
and
back
not the
next
other?
week.
Yeah, I mean,
They
okay.
worms.
First off, you are dissing one of the greatest
worms.
movies of all time.
I feel like you're dissing your own generation. Like
Friday is one of the greatest movies of all time. This is directly from
You're
Friday.
right. You're
It is
right. Great movie.
It is a
Loved
reference
it.
from Friday. It is a.
it's like wearing a
If you-
Shitters full shirt and that
Yeah.
from National Lampoon's
If you
Christmas
see this
Vacation.
and you get it, then we are cool. That's what this shirt does. That's what the shirt represents.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the way you.
I'm gonna bring you some
wore
warm
it.
ice
You
cream.
wear
I
it.
think it's because you can't see all of it underneath his boobs.
How? Okay, you know what? My boobies are they're lifted. I actually have a breast implant, so that's not really fair because like
It's a
they're
we go.
pacemaker.
uneven.
Here
It's
we
not-
go.
It's not a breast.
He's gonna
implant.
flick
Where
it.
is my
He's
pacemaker?
gonna flick it.
Where's my pacemaker?
I mean, it's in your.
Don't touch him,
breast.
Gina.
Is it
Don't touch
inside?
him.
It's in,
Yes.
which makes it an implant. I have a
Okay,
breast
no,
implant.
A breast
Compared to an
implant is a
outplant.
saline. Like it's
I
not a
said I
breast
got
implant.
titty implants. I got a breast implant.
Looks like you do.
There's a.
Looks like you do.
Oh, there's a flip.
Stop before I
Danielle
punch
said,
you.
"I hate when we have to throw away food. It's too expensive to always do that. Drives me nuts."
Yeah, I can't. I
See,
can't
that's the
afford
thing.
it.
All the stuff that gets thrown away is not my stuff. I'll do lunch meat in the fridge. Might be mine.
When Danielle goes shop, I'm assuming Danielle shops more than
Yeah,
you
she
do
does
for
shop in
groceries
the
and stuff
house,
like
yeah.
that. Does she ask you like, is there anything specific that you want
Yeah.
to get? And do you have like
I do. I ask
staples
Dubs.
or
Just a few things, like nothing.
Yeah.
Like she'll be like, "What lunch meat you want this week?" Sometimes it'll switch from bologna to ham to like this last week we got turkey.
Yeah.
so every week,
Yeah.
Hot Gina asks me what I want, and every week I say I'm probably okay because I don't know. Like I don't snack, and she usually
We're
makes
not
the
a super
meals.
snacky household.
No.
Same here.
And so it's like what-
Ashton does all the eating for snacks.
it's like whatever you get, I'll figure it out. Like I'm
Right.
not gonna starve.
Right,
You know,
right.
you're
You'll
gonna
make
get-
do.
Yeah, you'll get some stuff. I'll get that. It's not like I don't want her to stop asking me. It's just that I'd never know what to say in the moment.
right.
I always ask Dubs too if there's anything that sounds good to him, and before I go to the grocery store. But I mean, I also know like he has certain things that I always get.
Right.
So like that, my house we have certain things like we will not for Dubs, but for the kids, we always get pizza hot pockets. We always get chicken tenders. We always have.
That's the everything.
Right,
Every time
so-
you go.
So that
All right,
goes on the
makes
list
sense.
every time. But then I do, and I ask the whole house, like, what do you want from the store? And the kids will tell me random different snacks sound good, or Bella will say, I want this for my lunch. So we add things to
Yeah.
it.
But there
I
is
do
those
always
staples such as
ask.
frozen pizza, and nuggets, and things like
the
that.
things I know that he likes. Like he's a fresh fruit guy.
Yeah.
So like every time I'm at the store, even if I'm just running in to grab like whatever, I grab him a thing of fresh fruit.
Yeah.
I think my problem with the list.
your problem with it, Corey?
Why I stopped saying things
Yeah.
is not only because she does a decent job, but if I do say something, she never gets exactly what I asked for.
That's annoying.
Like she's like, "Do you want anything?" And I'll say, "Yes." Can you get me some oranges? And she'll come back with like cuties, and I'm like, "Thank you."
Not the same.
But they're not oranges.
Hey, baby, get me
know?
some ham for sandwiches, and then they bring that big loaf.
Yeah.
Like that's not what I asked for.
I don't have a Hobart in my slicer. In my,
Right,
my kitchen.
right.
So
Right.
that's one of the things that's kept me and Dubs together is that I can just text him like, "Hey, I need this, this, and this from the store," and he knows exactly what he's supposed to get.
That's great.
Like,
I
it
like
is-
that. Well, you also been together for 74 years,
yes,
right?
a
How
lot,
long?
and we've been together for an entire lifetime.
Ooh,
I feel like.
So how old were you?
I was 25 when I met him.
And you're how old now? Not to be rude, but so how many years you guys been together?
I'm 40. How old
You're
am I?
47.
I'm 47.
Okay. So damn, that is your
forgot.
whole damn life.
It is.
Your whole adult life, at
we've-
least.
Yeah, we've been together for. I mean, I've been with him for more of my life than I was not with him. No, not
wow.
yet. Not yet. Him though, he's been with me as long as he wasn't with me
Damn.
because he's a few years younger than me. So he's spent literally half his life with me now.
I hope I have that.
Yeah.
It'd be
I
nice.
You hope you never have that? I love our life.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Gina, and we're gonna be together for a long time. But I don't know. Like, there's something about knowing that every single day it's gonna be the exact same.
I mean,
Isn't that
you
amazing,
don't.
though?
It doesn't
No.
have to be though, too.
No, that is hell.
But
That
it
is
does.
hell.
It doesn't have to be the exact same.
But it's
It's
a
funny you
variation.
say that.
But
It's
this
a
is-
variation of the same thing every day.
So when
which
people
sounds awful.
ask me what's the secret, First of all, we did break up like quite a bit throughout. So
Yeah.
like we have our little things throughout the
Okay.
21 years. But my secret for everybody is that you don't know what love is. People believe that love is these butterflies, and I know I'm going to get feedback. We're going to get people that are going to comment and tell me I'm wrong, and that's okay. That's all right. Keep chasing your butterflies. It's fine. Butterflies and fireworks, that's not love. That's not what love is. That is part of love. It's part of it.
I say, is it part of it?
Yeah, sure, it's part of it. There's that attraction. There's that chemical reaction that you have. There's that energy you have when you're with somebody. But love is a choice.
Yeah.
It's not a feeling. So love is not an emotion. And I think this is where people go wrong and this is why they're like, well, I'm not in love with you anymore, because love's not an emotion. There isn't a lot of, there's emotions involved with love, but love is a choice. Every day that I wake up, I choose Dubs, no matter how hard.
I like that. He
That's chooses good, me. So we choose each other every single day. And sometimes it's hard to choose him. I know that this is vice versa.
I'm stubborn sometimes.
Sometimes he makes me crazy, and a lot of time I make him crazy, to be fair.
Right.
But we still choose each other. So if you want the secret to a long, happy relationship, it is literally a choice. So
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not even gonna shit on what you just said, because that's amazing, and I'm so happy that you found that and you are happy.
I didn't find it. We created
it.
Yes.
I don't know that don't get me wrong. I love Gina. Absolutely, hands down, without a doubt, unequivocally.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, thank God that I didn't meet her sooner. Because if I had met her sooner, there's no way in hell we'd be together right now.
Same way.
So
Same way. I've been through some things I needed to get through in life.
Exactly. I needed to do a lot of other things before I met the person that
I think that's fair.
About.
And Dubs and I, we went through those things. And all the things that you're thinking, we went through that. And in the end, we still chose each other after those things, which was extra hard.
That's great.
Because we have a lot of baggage in our relationship that we had to work on. Mm-hmm. But it really, that's what it comes down to. It's still a choice. Even if you would have met them earlier and you get through hard times, so everybody's got their deal breaker. That's fine. Yep. Clearly, him and I don't have our deal breakers because there was a lot of stuff. But yeah, you just choose it.
I met a customer today, and he was telling me about his home and his farmland and everything. And he's like, "Yeah, not that long ago, I lost my wife." And the way he said it broke my heart. Got in my truck. I kind of cried a little bit, and it instantly made me think of my wife and how much I love her to death. I enjoy my life with her. I enjoy every day. And like you said, every day is not roses and clouds and sunshine. There's dark days.
Yeah. It's hard to get along when you got $20 in the bank. There's those kinds of days.
I know I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn as hell sometimes. So I know it's hard for her to wake up and be like, that's my man. And I know it's hard. But every day we choose, like you said, we choose to be to love each other and be a part of that. And it's great.
And that's awesome. Again, and I'm not dissing what you guys are saying.
Hot Gina,
that's
call
great.
Me. We'll talk. I got somebody you can meet. It's cool. I got you, girl. I got you, girl.
His name is Dubs.
Absolutely not. I will shank somebody. Absolutely not.
She's probably got her roster. She's fine. But I don't know. I choose happiness every day above anything else in life. I don't do things if it doesn't bring me joy and happiness. Yeah. And Gina does bring me joy and happiness.
Every day, though?
No, that's what I'm saying. On the days that she doesn't, I just don't deal with her. And I'm choosing to be happy in other ways. Gina and I can go weeks without texting or talking.
At all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I could never.
So, nothing.
Yeah. In fact, when
you lived together,
barely. When we didn't live together, we would see each other once a week, and every 4 days, just be like, "Hey, how you doing? Are you still alive? All right, that's it." That was it. There's no. Oh, wow. We don't have that constant. Oh, we need to be on top of each other. Need to know what everyone's doing. Need to be this. Need to communicate. That's not us. We're happy individually. We were single and apart and living our own lives for so long. Yeah. Her specifically, I'm her first boyfriend ever. So
that sucks.
It's
that sucks for her.
Yeah, I know. She struck out. She hit the home run. Whatever. But
T-ball.
I don't know. It's just we live our lives very different than other people, and
that's okay.
It brings us the happiness.
Well, but it
doesn't mean that we have to. I don't know.
But you're still choosing each other, and in fact, you're more. You bring my point to life more so than anything else, because you guys don't, you're not describing like fireworks and all of that, but you're still choosing to have a relationship with that person.
Okay, yeah.
So I mean, really, it's the same. It's the same.
Because if not, you wouldn't be together at all.
And don't get me wrong, Dubs and I need our space. Like, we definitely need our space. He does things with his friends. I go do things with my friends. Because if we don't have anything to talk about. Like, if we were always together and did everything together, we wouldn't have, what do you talk about?
Nothing. No.
So
because it was all together.
Yeah,
You've both
so
seen it.
We do have our separate lives, but we also have a life together. So.
Okay. All right.
Well, next week we're going to have a Hot Gina on the show. We're going to talk a little bit more about
Oh my God,
love.
I would love that. That would be amazing.
There's no way
First
in
of all,
hell
I
she's
love
doing
her.
it.
So that would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I think she would be awesome on air. There's no way in hell she'd ever do it.
Oh, we can ask
I
her
bet
some
she would
questions.
if we invited her on to talk about the Buckeyes.
Hey, how old is Corey?
She
probably don't even know.
She doesn't know.
Does anybody know?
No.
He's
All
the
right,
same
guys,
age as me.
So we're out of here. Big Nick Energy Show. We're live every single
Is it
Monday from
over?
6 to... It's it.
Oh, wow.
Flew by.
It did.
We didn't get to...
Wait,
we didn't
where
get to
can they
nothing.
listen to us at?
You guys, if you want to listen, you can rewatch the Facebook page or on YouTube. If not, we got Spotify. We also got Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
See ya.